Got it.
Hey, hey, Schmack 'em Gov, everybody. It's a live feed, RMCP Live with
Oh yeah, Wadzilla baby.
going on, Wadzilla. Hey, Wadzilla, are you able to see people leaving comments and shit?
I'm gonna get there. It takes me a minute
Yeah, because
because
I can't do that. But as you do that, I want to show everybody out there. I have like this, well, I have many cool friends out there that buy me stuff. They're just the best. And J-Man, I would say, is the one that buys me the expensive stuff. Like he got me the and Just for All box set. He got me to see Metallica at the Hard Rock. You know that show with
right.
he got me tickets for that, comp tickets. He's awesome. Well, this just came in the mail from Japan. He bought me this from Japan.
Oh shit.
And it's two blue
Nice.
vinyls. Two blue vinyls.
Nice.
J-Man is the shit, man. So yeah, I got the Coverdale Page vinyl, which is
Wow.
amazing, and it sounds amazing. So thought I would share
Wow.
that with the viewers.
That's killer. That comes with two blue vinyls, which is funny because the two albums Jimmy Page did after that blue.
Hey,
Hey! Compared
walking,
to that they did. I'm sorry.
walking to
I'm sorry.
Clarksville is awesome.
It's all right.
No,
It's
it's
all.
awesome. It's awesome. But
Would she like better walking to Clarksdale or Coverdale Page?
this is better.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
will say, other than the song "Burn" from Deep Purple, this is the best thing that David Coverdale's ever done. I prefer this over Whitesnake.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Damn good album. Damn good album.
Hell yeah, Jimmy
Let's
Page,
see.
uh, the best Jimmy Page after Zeppelin ever.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. Not hard to top, but yeah, definitely. Let's see. Yeah, we got some motherfuckers here already. Zoo Station. Hey, why does Bill hide his face? What's the deal? I guess he's asking about the one only Bill Wang. I think Bill just wanted some anonymity, and he's steadfast about that. I remember when he was going to come to one of the Rockin' Pods. Well, when he was dating Miss Jean Elizabeth, uh, he was all nervous because he's like, I don't want people to see my face. I told him he should have came, but came in kiss makeup because that would have fucked everybody up. I think they're finally going to see him and he's got kiss makeup on. But yeah, that's just Bill's thing, Bill's shtick. You know, I guess especially when you get as wild as Bill does, sometimes you don't want people to know who you are or to trace shit back to you. So that's my best answer for that one. Mark Daly, what's up? What's up? Not your wife's sex drive with the music you play around the house. That's for goddamn sure.
Mark Daly's
Uh,
like he's this guy that like loves Sammy Hagar, but he loves goofing on him too.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
The
We love you, Mark.
master, and he is the master of giving information to people that everybody knows. Like he's like, "Hey, everybody, did you know that Ozzy Osbourne was in a band called Black Sabbath before his solo career?" That's Mark Daly.
Yeah, it sucks, but yeah, he was in another band. Uh, you guys ever heard of Baton Rouge? Let's see, the
No, but
Goof
you know,
Jackson.
I gotta say, he is a good guy. You know,
Oh no, he's a good dude. We got to bust his balls. He can take it too.
and I will say this about Mark Daly. I mean, I don't hold this against him, but Mark Daly, to me, it's comedy. Mark Daly is one of these two side people. Like he runs to Mark and tells him what we say, then he runs to us and makes fun.
Uh,
He's one of those people, but that's fine because whatever we say about Mark, I don't care if he sees it. So go
right.
ahead.
Oh, we'll get into that later.
He's a double agent,
Double agent, man.
double anal man.
Goof Jackson says, hello, guys. Mark
Yeah,
Daly says,
that's a Canadian right there. That's my good friend.
oh, what's that
Uh,
all about?
he's he's awesome dude. He's another one that buys me vinyl. He got me Jack Panzer and his this new band. I forgot the name, but they were good, man. He's
Nice.
always sending me shit, and he's into the power metal stuff. And
Ah, oh,
I know you'll say, "Oh, he's a virgin and stuff for like a power metal." No, no, he's a virgin for like a winger.
hey, I love Winger.
He's a winger fan, so he's a virgin like you, Ian.
Oh, Winger's cool. Mark says he's Mark with a K, which is better than the C. I don't know. I've seen your record collection. I think you love the C.
Yeah,
Chris Sinzak, my favorite Polak, is here. Says
yeah.
greetings, fellas.
I just did a show with Chris. Well,
Nice.
check it out, everybody. It's a show called Black Spinner Circle where they actually got Chris and Aaron on the show, which was,
Nice.
which was
Wow.
cool. And with Al Horta was on it and
Nice.
Andy Rodriguez, and we ranked every last song on each Kiss album.
Ooh, Kiss.
Oh my God.
Funny thing, I got to tell Chris, I got a drunken phone call from Charles Trainer after he was fired from that other podcast. And he informed me, I don't know if Sinzak knows this. Do you know in Poland, they tell Mark Allen Taylor jokes? That's a true story.
I heard they call him Mark Balding Failure.
oh, so mean.
That's what
let's see. Mark Daly, yeah. Mr. Grady, Mr. Torts in the background. Yes, indeed. Jimmy James Schwartz is here. It says good evening.
by the way, that right there behind you is the most important scene in that whole movie. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, Jimmy James Schwartz says good evening. Zoo Station says I figured Wang had an arrest warrant. He very well might. Sam West loves Internet Son loves my Master Shake shirt. Fuck yeah, Aquatine for life. Zoo Station. Oh my God, pissed hard avatars. Yes, we will get into that. Let's see. Goof Jackson says yes, Captain Obvious. Mark Daly, congratulations in order to Wadzilla's highest viewed freeform podcast video. Yes, it was a hit.
Yeah, it did really well. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I want to applaud you for really owning that guy. It was hysterical. The whole video of him, everything you threw at him, he had an excuse, and it was always somebody else's fault. It was hysterical.
Well, I gotta say, it was it was a weird like step down coming from the world's podcast to America's podcast. No wonder the rest of the world hates America. No, I had fun, but I honestly tried to help Mark out, and
it didn't work. It didn't work at all.
No, and I didn't listen to the episode. I heard people listen to it, loved it. But in fact, you told me because I didn't know. You said every time I went to the bathroom, he just contradicted everything I said. So, and then I saw his post, so he hasn't learned anything. But what are you going to do? I did have fun though. I will say that. Other than having to listen to that album, but holy shit!
He said one time you went to the bathroom. He's like, "Hey, don't listen to what Ian says. I'm great. I'm funny." It's the mentality of this guy, and this guy has the nerve to say, "I have an ego." I mean, he has an ego for all the wrong purposes because you're not funny and you suck, and you've been doing it for 9 years and still nobody listens to you. You don't get it, but keep doing your thing. I don't want him to fail. I don't want him to go away. Keep doing your stupid podcast. And every time you say a lie about me, which is every time you open your mouth, I'm going to come on here and explain. Look, he keeps saying, okay. Now he goes back on what he said. Okay, he didn't treat me like shit in Nashville, but he threw me jabs. And notice he doesn't mention one jab I gave him. Because there were no jabs.
No, I called him on that,
Yeah, I know. Every time you say something to him, he would blame somebody else. Like when he wrote, "Oh, I can kick Ralph's ass. He's weak." He then blames it on Chuck because he sent it to me. See, that's the thing. He's a poser. He writes this shit because he doesn't want me to see it. So when Chuck showed it to me, Oh, it's Chuck's fault for him showing Ralph something I wouldn't want Ralph to see me say because I'm a poser, lying bitch.
Hey! Somebody told him the stuff that I said and said I said it. Now he thinks I said it. Oh shit!
It's Chuck that made me say it. It's everybody's fault but mine. The guy took no blame for anything. I mean, I saw Bushy post shit about Mark. I saw Johnny Vogan. Chuck left the show. Samuel West hates him. It's like, can you take a hint that you're a fucking douche that a lot of people fucking hate? And all the people that are still staying with now, they're gonna fucking hate you eventually because you suck as a human.
Yeah, but go check out the episodes Ralph and I did with him and help his ratings.
Can you believe he says stuff like, people get mad because I don't like Slayer and King Diamond. It's like, get over it. Hey, look, here's the deal. I wrote about Prince, and I didn't say a word to Mark, but I put a fucking Prince picture up, said something goofy about it, and he went nuts on me. He fucking lost his mind, and he unfriended me over something I said about Prince, and then he goes ahead and says, people, they can't handle it like Slayer King Diamond. Look, I don't know who the fuck these people are, but I never gave a fuck. See, the difference between Ian, the guy that doesn't wink, and me, I never ever told Mark about bands he liked, how he was wrong or he sucked for liking. Never. I never made fun of his teeth. Ian does. That's Ian's job. Ian does all these insulting things toward him. I don't insult him. All I said is, you suck. That's all I said. I mean, it's not wrong. It's not, hey, and if you say I suck, fine, that's your opinion. But you get all butthurt over it. But, you know, the fact is, you do suck. I mean, come on. The numbers prove it. 9 years, and that's what you got to show for it. You suck. And on top of it, I also got to say, I listen to a lot of podcasts that get even worse numbers than Mark. And they're great. They're great podcasts. I dig them. The reason I just focus on Mark and tell him how much he sucks with his low numbers is because he's always like, I'm funny and I'm great. And look at me, everybody, and share my shit. Look, never once did I ever tell anybody to share my stuff. Never. And people do it. People share my stuff. I didn't ask them to do it. Mark, share my stuff. And the reason he says that is because these people that he's telling to share stuff, they're really ashamed. Come on. They don't want to share his shit. They don't want people to check out that lame ass show. Whatever. All right, Ian, go on.
All right. Yeah, no, you're right though. I shared one of his episodes and Facebook flagged me for bad taste. That shit happens. Let's see. Zoo Station says, I see Terrence Reardon's channel is down to 5 subscribers. The funny thing is, 3 of those are Terrence's different fucking names, and the other 2 are me and Ralph. Come on, make some videos, goddammit. I miss that shit. The Goof Jackson says, LOL. Mark Daly, oh, Goof Jackson, keyboard warrior. Uh-oh. Goof Jackson says, ha ha ha. Oh, man. What do we got going on here? What am I missing? Goof Jackson, Ian, I have to say you were too kind and gracious and patient with Mark on his crappy podcast. This guy blows so hard, and you were great, but he was painful. Well, thank you very much.
Chuck Charles told me, hey, you saw the show, me and Ian, like he thought he was good on it. Fucking hysterical.
Me Metal Mike, kisses a scab now. TBH Ralph. What's TBH?
That means to, what is it, TBH? To bump Harrietta.
Oh, okay. Metal Groove 45. Hey guys, love the Black Sabbath episode. Good. I was kind of taken back out of those like 3 episodes. We went bam, bam, bam. The debut album by Black Sabbath did the worst. That's terrible. No accounting for taste, but I'm glad Metal Groove got it. Samuel Wetz, Mark's Balding Failure sounds a lot better than the one I've been using, which is Mark Adam Tantrum.
That's a good one though.
All
Poor
right.
me, poor me. There's nobody online like this guy. Nobody online making posts about poor me and wah wah, and they're picking on me and wah wah and bullies and wah wah. It's amazing, and everything that comes out of his mouth is a lie. Everything. It's
Uh,
amazing. That's why he hates me because I'm honest, and he doesn't like honest people.
Mean Metal Mike says, "What's your favorite Tom Petty deep cut?" That's to both
Easy.
of us.
My favorite Tom Petty deep cut is also my favorite Tom Petty song. Something big.
Hmm. Uh, Mine might be off his last album. "You Gotta Run," I think is the name of the song. But I would also take um, any track off his first album that isn't "Breakdown an American Girl" because I think that's solid from top to bottom, and no other cut gets played off of that.
Even the Loser is probably my second favorite.
Let's see, Zoo Station. Peter Cross, I think he means Peter Chris, has become the coolest member of Kiss. Go figure. If you say so.
It's
Uh,
Alan Schwartzberg.
yeah. Me Metal Mike says mine's "Love's a Long Road." That's a good song. I do like that one. Zoo Station. Ralph, isn't the new No Gallagher album the greatest? I was so surprised.
It was real. Yeah, it's well, this is what I'll say about it, and it sounds weird. I don't think it's his best album, but I think it's the only album he released that I like every song off it. I'd say the second album will be my favorite, but there's a couple, whatever songs on there, but I like every song off Council Skies. Love it all.
Awesome. Well, let's see. Mark Daly says, "What's up, Samuel?" And no new questions, so it's probably a good time to segue into some news. And holy shit, a lot of shit's happened since the last time we talked. Let me bring it up here. Let's see. Oh my God, I just watched this today. Rowan Robertson and Doogie White performed Rainbow and Dio classics in Slovakia. Uh, I don't know where that is, but they're probably at war right now. Uh, Man, I'm not a big Doogie fan. I don't know if you are, but I thought he sounded like shit. But Rowan, I love Rowan's to this day my second favorite guitar player ever played with Dio. I mean, in the Dio band. Huge Rowan fan, and he was nailing it. I checked out like two or three tracks, um, and he was laying it down. But Doogie just to me sounded like crap. He was, it was blatant. He had to stare down. He didn't know any of the lyrics and shit like that. How do you feel about that when you see these tribute bands or any band for that matter that is obviously and blatantly like spending the whole show looking down at the lyrics? Does that bother you at all? Does it take you out of it? Do you feel it's a little disrespectful or you don't give a fuck?
I don't care.
Right on. Yeah, I guess I don't know. I don't mind if it's like um if it's a band looking at their own shit, when they're up there in their years. I know Halford uses a teleprompter now. But I mean this was like nonstop looking down the whole time.
Oh,
And it's like,
give me that over backing tapes any day.
yeah, you're right about that. Boy, this is something a lot of people are jumping on. Well, Wolfgang supports this new Sammy tour. Who gives a shit? It's still a fucking piece of shit, you know?
Since when does Wolfgang speak any for us? You know?
Yeah. No, I think Wolfgang's just a nice guy and he's being nice to everybody, you know? And I don't think he has a dog in a fight. I think anybody playing his dad's music he's happy about. And he's not going to trash anybody. I mean, look, obviously there's some tension between him and Dave right now. And he still, doesn't come outright and, bitch about Dave. I think he's just a nice kid, But
he's coming my way. I might go.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah.
I haven't decided yet, but I might go.
But no, I saw some people on some Van Halen pages like, okay, you have to accept it now because Wolfie supports it. You know,
Idiots.
like,
These are sheep. Oh,
yeah,
the master. Hey, this master was born before you, when you were alive, you idiot. Well, you're gonna have
yeah,
a kid that's now 30 gonna tell me what to think? No, Wolfgang's happy, good for him. Doesn't change my point of view one bit because I'm not no sheep like these retarded people said, hey, I mean, come on. Look at Eddie Van Halen in 1996. Everything he said in 1996. Then look what he
yeah,
said afterwards when Sammy was out saying, man, what the hell was I thinking to let him, Eddie actually said, man, what the hell was I thinking to let Sammy come in with those lyrics and actually approve it? He actually
yeah,
said that. It's like,
yeah,
but back in '86, oh, we're a happy family, we're great. You know,
yeah,
Also another thing that Eddie said that Sammy was worse than Dave. He actually said that too. That with Dave, it was a pain in the ass and he hated it, but Sammy was more like trying to sell his shit.
yeah,
The whole thing. They told him, "Don't wear a Cabo Wabo shirt. Don't
yeah,
show your shit." What does he do? He gets a Cabo Wabo tattoo because he's a scumbag. He's not.
yeah.
He's not a
I
team.
remember before Sammy was out of the band, there was some shit about Sammy using Van Halen's name with the Cabo Wabo shit and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So and
No,
you got David Lee Roth, you got Sammy Hagar. Only one of those was ever fired from Van Halen.
exactly.
You know. But yeah. Anyway, fuck that Toyd. Oh man, I tell you what. I was just telling you before we started. Uh, my new job, which I love my new job, but I get up people at 3 in the fucking morning. I have to be in bed by 8, and I still don't get fucking enough sleep. So a show I'm gonna miss is Zach Sabbath, which I was gonna go to, but I can't because of work. I'm new on the job, so I don't have like a lot of hours to take off. But I really wanted to go. But man, I just watched some footage of him, and boy, I'll tell you what, I love the band that he's got. I mean, fucking, what's his name? Castillo on not Castillo. What the fuck's the drummer's name? He was in Danzig, and he was in Queens of the Stone Age. Anyway, dude, I love this guy. He's another Tommy Clitoris, that does justice by Bill Ward. Actually, stops trying to, just do them and pays homage to Bill Ward, his drumming style, and he has the talent to back it up. Bass player does a solid job, and the set list was good. But what I didn't like is Zach was throwing in his fucking goddamn pinch harmonics in it, and I don't do that shit. I think has he been doing that shit with Pantera?
You know what? I don't know. I haven't really sat through a whole Pantera show on YouTube, but
Yeah.
they are coming my way too. Definitely going to see that.
Oh yeah. I mean, I watched, probably like you, watch clips, watch songs. Thought he did good. I mean, it's not Dimebag, but I
No,
thought he did.
I don't think he does that good. He's a
Oh
great.
yeah.
I don't think he does dime well though. I don't think so.
I don't think anybody can do Dime
But,
well. I mean,
but
he's not as bad as Satriani trying to do Eddie,
oh
but
yeah, true. But Benate is nailing it though.
oh yeah.
He's nailing.
Oh
It. But yeah, it's just it doesn't have that. There was a uniqueness to dime that not many guitar players have. I don't think Zach is that unique. I mean, I think he's a great guitar player, but I think he totally fucking bled that well dry when it comes to writing good music anymore.
yeah.
I haven't liked anything that guy's released since Order of the Black. What's that? 12 years now?
Yeah. Yeah, well, my big thing with the Black Label records is there's always fucking 14 ballads too many. But I think he does come up with some great shit. I liked a lot of the shit he did with Ozzy.
I
But
didn't.
I just think if you're doing Iommi, do it right, and he can do it. You know, um, and it wasn't like too bad, but I'm still like, stop, cut that shit out. You know, you show some respect to fucking the master. You know, you don't add in your, fuck that shit. But I still wish I could go see the show because the set list was amazing. Opened up with Supernaut and did National Acrobat and Snowblind.
I
Yeah,
saw
kind of.
I saw Zach Sabbath once.
Yeah, but he doesn't do anything. He only. I don't know if there was anything off of Sabotage. I don't think so. I think it was just uh, Sabbath Bloody Sabbath back. I hate when people do that, man. Play some of that shit off fucking Technical and goddamn Never Say Die.
Hey,
I'd
Eric.
love to. I'd love to hear Junior's eyes.
Yeah, but the Sabbath version, I thought his version sucked.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When he changed it. Yeah.
That's
Don't change it. Keep it like it was.
yeah.
So all right. What else we got here? Let's see. Oh, fucking Cuckoo LaRue fucking played a solo concert. His first one since he left Megadeth. Um, Damn good guitar player, and I wish the best for him. Oh, Cuckoo. He gonna do better without Dave Mustaine. The battle with Scott Rockenfield and Queensryche appears to be settled. Uh, and they said something funky about the lawsuit. Let me see here if I can get the what they call it, but basically, it's settled, and he can never sue them again. It says it was dismissed with prejudice, which means he can't come back later and say I changed my mind and I want to sue. So I don't know what happened there. It's a damn shame. He's not in the band, but what are you gonna do?
I recently bought tickets to see Queens. Like they're doing the EP and the Warning album.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to that. It's on a Sunday, and I have Monday. I work 4 10s, and Monday is my day off. So I think I'm gonna go, and I think it's at the Moore Theater, which is a legendary theater here in Seattle. Queensryche recorded a live album there. Mad Season, a bunch of great artists have recorded there. So I think I'm gonna go check that shit out.
I'm going because Armored Saints opening.
Yeah, no, I know, but it's like fuck. I wish it would have been when they were playing, like Rage for Order and shit like that.
They never
But
did.
no, but I'm saying I wish they would.
Jeff Tate did. I saw Jeff Tate do that whole
Yeah,
album.
right. I saw some footage of him just a couple days ago doing, of course, Empire. I mean, not Empire, Operation, and some other shit. I thought he sounded damn good.
Yeah, Jeff Tate style still sounds amazing.
Let's see here. We'll go back. We'll take some questions before we go back to the news. Mean Metal Mike wants to know Dokken or Metal Church, who had the heavier debut album?
Oh, come on. Metal Church, man.
Yeah,
James is kind of weak.
yeah. I don't know. I think they're both kind of weak. I lean more towards the Dokken, but if you're just going on heavier, I'd give it to Metal Church.
Breaking the Chains is horrible. I mean, Paris is Burning, one of the best songs.
Yeah,
That's a
I
good.
wouldn't. I wouldn't call it horrible, but I think like out of the classic Dockens, it's definitely their least.
Yeah, it's their worst, I think. Tooth and Nail, now that's their best.
All right. Mark Daly says, good episode to listen to is Lee Gertzman with Chuck Charles Manson and Ralph. Ralph does a nice rendition of Barry Manilow.
Yeah, I did the Lee Gertzman show yesterday. And
Nice.
and it was the longest Lee Gertzman show ever. I think it's like 2 hours. And it was a lot of fun. We talked about Wings Back to the Egg, but it took
You're on that? I think I saw something on Facebook for that.
it took about an hour and a half us to get to that album because there was a lot of talk on the Beatles and Kiss and Mark Balding failure. A lot of that talk. And I love Lee. Lee is like Chuck is bad mouthing Mark. I'm bad mouthing Mark, and Lee is like, well, I mean, I like the guy. I ain't gonna get involved. And then Lee starts getting into stuff how Mark is lame. Like he starts saying, well, I mean, when I was on the show, and then he started bashing Mark without even knowing it. It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Let's see. Samuel What says All You Can Carry would be my favorite Tom Petty deep cut. Yeah, that's the one I was talking about. It's All You Can Carry.
Do you know the song? It's a B-side. Girl on LSD.
Love it. Love it. And I do not understand. They did like a special, like deluxe edition of Wildflowers, and that was not on there. I don't know what the deal with that is.
Well, let me tell you, I saw that tour and he played it. He actually played it that night.
Yeah, I heard he did play it live. Great song.
I saw him play it live. It was awesome.
Furioso BFB trademark says salute. Josh H. The Night Watchman is a great Tom Petty deep cut from Hard Promises album. Yep. Yeah.
I love Hard Promises.
Yeah, we did a review of that.
Yeah, something big is off that album.
Yeah. Mark Daly, what do you guys think of the Def Leppard Stadium tour with Journey, Cheap Trick, Hart, and Steve Miller? Nearest show will be Orlando, Florida for me. Oh, it makes sense. Mark Daly's a Florida man. No offense, Ralph. You live in Miami. That's a whole.
Yeah, that's not
another
Florida.
State. Yeah, that's not Florida. I always say to people,
Mark lives up in North Florida where they hang people.
Yeah. No, people always say it when I tell them about how much time I spent in Florida. They're like, "Would you ever move back there?" And I said, "No fucking way." I go, "The only way I would ever move back to Florida," I go, "is if I could afford Miami Beach, which I can't."
No,
but man, where you were at when I came and visited you, that was paradise. That was a whole nother world. That's kind of like how New Orleans is to Louisiana. If you're in Florida and you're not in Miami Beach, you're in shit. That was great. But as far as this tour, I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things. I'm definitely not going to go out of my way, but I would go to this and leave when Def Leppard came on.
But it's false advertising. It's not all those bands. It's those bands, but at different shows.
Oh yeah.
The whole tour is not all those bands. Some shows have Hart. Some shows have Steve Miller.
Oh yeah.
If I pay to see Steve Miller, I'm not the biggest Steve Miller fan, but I would pay to go see Steve Miller get up on stage and just rag on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame like he did backstage at the Rock.
Yeah.
I like to see him just go up there doing spoken word of how Rock and Roll Hall of Fame sucks. I would pay to see that. You don't have to play anything. If you're going to play anything, do Abracadabra, the one everybody hates and I love.
I love Abracadabra.
Abracadabra is an awesome song.
I almost went to see Steve Miller back in the early 90s, but he had just put out this album that was all like 50s style shit, kind of like Billy Joel's Innocent Man shit.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to hear that shit. I want to hear Abracadabra, and shit like that. But yeah, I mean, I care so little I didn't look into that tour, but if that's the case, yeah, definitely. Fuck that shit. Hey, fucking NEJC's here. Dracula with greetings from Transylvania.
Yeah.
And he's going to ask an interesting question, and I'm going to let him know. He says, do either of you like the Pogues? Shane is missed. Shane McGowan, I believe his name is, just passed away from the Pogues. I fucking hate the Pogues. I am a self-hating Irishman. I hate any kind of fucking Irish, Celtic fucking music. I like some bands. I like U2. I like Thin Lizzy. I like
U2. Really? Yeah. You like that shitty band?
I'm more. I dig like the older shit, like before they got big, but even after they got big, there's random songs that I like here or there. But like Boy, October, War, I like pretty much through Unforgettable Fire. My dad was big into them, so I grew up listening to that, and I think that shit still stands up. When it became that Joshua Tree and on, it's kind of like how I look at the Foo Fighters. I like a song here or there, but I don't want to listen to a whole fucking album. That's for sure.
Man,
But
you're,
anyway, but
you're
what I'm getting at, like traditional Irish music, I cannot fucking stand that shit. I fucking hate the Pogues with a passion. Yeah, I didn't know Shane personally, so I'm not gonna say I'm glad he's dead. His dentist should be dead if you ever saw that motherfucker's teeth. Uh, uh, he makes fucking Mark look like he's got pearly whites. Well, I guess
let's
he
not
did.
exaggerate here.
Yeah. No. Oh no. Go Google that motherfucker and get back to me.
Well,
Uh,
I don't know the Pogues, but I'm sure I like them because after all, you like you too. And
yeah. There you go.
I probably dig the Pogues. Never heard them though.
Yeah,
And
you'd hate it.
I love Black Rose from Thin Lizzy, so there you go.
Yeah, don't like that one either. Let's see. Kyron Colston's here. Says, "What are your guys' favorite type? What's your favorite Tigers of Pantang album?" Um, yeah, yeah, I'd go with Spellbound. I don't know a whole lot other than Spellbound. I have them, but I haven't dug deep into them. I think I checked out one other one, and I just got a couple songs into it. And I was like, I don't like this as much as the first one, and moved on. But Spellbound probably by far. Yohamo's here.
Yeah, Yo Alamo.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yo Alamo.
Yeah, Geronimo. Geronimo's here. Hey, finally got to catch you guys live. Fucking hey, brother. Uh, let's see. Kyron Colston here. What's your guys' favorite Saxon album?
Oh, I'm wearing it right here.
Yeah. Well, you can't see it, but it says denim and leather.
Yeah, there you go. That's my favorite Saxon album.
Boy, that's a tough one for me. Man, I love denim and leather, but Wheels of Steel, Power and the Glory.
Isn't your favorite Saxon album Sunday Bloody Sunday?
Yeah, love that song. Man, hard. That's a hard one, but man, and I love Carpe Diem, man. Ralph and I both just did an episode on that, man. Check that one out. And I love that new song that they got out now, man.
Yeah, so, really good.
Who knows? The new one could be my favorite, which is kind of weird, but man, I got to tell you, out of all these legacy bands that are out there, I don't know if there's a band with a stronger discography in the later half of their career than Saxon. I mean, that's some killer shit.
Raven I put up there too. Raven's been releasing stellar albums.
Kyron also says, speaking of Irish bands, what do you guys think of the Cranberries?
No, thank you.
Yeah, I think she had a beautiful voice. I'm sorry she passed away, but not my bag. Not my bag at all. Kyron Colston again. What's your guys' favorite performance at Live Aid? Mine would either be Queen, Black Sabbath, or David Bowie.
The only correct answer is Queen. They were just.
To tell you the truth, I don't think I ever watched fucking Live Aid, so I couldn't give you an honest answer. I know it wouldn't be Queen. But I will admit, even not being a huge Queen fan, the footage I saw, it's pretty iconic. Sabbath, I heard mixed things about. I think I've only seen clips of them playing, but I could imagine it was probably spotty.
No, they were good, but good. Passable. It wasn't mind-blowing like Queen. Because what Queen did that day was, man, they got everybody in that stadium going. And like the whole, it was just
Radio Goo Goo.
I
got to piss. You can go on about Queen.
Yeah, Freddie Mercury was on fire at that performance. And it was iconic and it was amazing. And man, I regret never seeing Queen. If Queen would have came down here on the Hot Space Tour, I could have seen them. Because they did not come here. They never came to South Florida after News of the World. News of the World was the last time Queen played down here with Thin Lizzy. And that was like 77-ish. I was too young. I couldn't go to that. But by the time they were doing I might have could have seen the Game tour too. Because what was that, 80? I could have seen that. But I mean, I would have had to get a ride and this and that. But by 82 Hot Space, I could have easily gone. I was driving at the time. So yeah, I never got to see Queen, unfortunate. And also another unfortunate thing was I saw Queen with Adam Lambert. Now, it was fine. Adam Lambert sang fine, but he was so disturbing to look at. I hated his stage presence. He was a tryhard. He sucked to look at. It's kind of like Gary Sharon. I don't mind Gary Sharon's voice as long as I don't have to see him prance around that stage like he does. So, but yeah, Adam Lambert fucked it up for me. Everything about that show was good, but Adam Lambert fucking sucks.
Adam Lambert's the Sammy Hagar of Queen. Oh God.
That's not true. That's not true. Adam Lambert didn't make no shitty album with Queen.
Yet. Oh my God. Jimmy James Schwartz says, have you guys listened to the new BOC live album? Well, I thought I was going to get to listen to it before this show, but Ralph called me and said, hey, let's start a little bit earlier. I got to listen to about half of it, and I was really, really fucking impressed.
They do new stuff?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of new stuff. The first disc is the first album live, and then the second disc is like, probably half of the new album and half greatest hits. I was supposed to go see them on Wednesday, and Matt, I know I'm going to fuck up his last name here. I got to look at it. God damn it, where's it at? He saved my fucking ass. He's going to be fan of the week on our next regular episode. Matt Gutierrez. I hope I pronounced that right. Gutierrez. He texted me because we were going to meet up at the show, and he said, hey, man, the shit got postponed. And I was like, fuck, this is day of the fucking show. I was like, oh, fuck. I'm like, good looking out, man. I'm like, I owe you, dude. Thank you. Because, me and the wife would have drove, not super far. It's like a half hour, 45 minutes from us, something like that. But still, and like the only reason I was still able to go is because I had jury duty this week. I didn't have work. I had jury duty, and that got cut at the last minute because they found out about the podcast. But yeah, no, he saved my ass. So thank you, Matt. But yeah, I was really, really impressed by the quality of it and stuff. So I can't wait to check out the whole thing, and I will definitely be buying it. I'm sure they'll be selling the vinyl and stuff at the show. So the show got rescheduled to the end of January, and it's on a Saturday, which works out great for me. So, I mean, I don't know, maybe me and Mrs. Wadzilla might even stay the night at the casino we're going to. And I told Matt, because we were going to hook up for beers anyway, I was like, you know what? Now that it's a Saturday, we can spend more time. I'm like, why don't we go out for dinner before? I'm like, dinner on me. And he's like, nah, man, that's not necessary. He goes, I know you sell corn dogs for a living and don't make a lot of money. And I was like, no, that's not me. That's Mark. He goes, he's like, I get you guys confused.
Damn.
But, yeah, I was like, no, I was the other fat guy with no talent on that episode. But no, thank you, Matt. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to when we finally do get to hang out, and because I love that shit. I love meeting you guys. And contrary to what Mark says, anytime you meet Ralph or I, we are very nice to the listeners, and we hang out with you guys. And
I will treat you like I treated Mark and Natural, and I will not throw you any jabs.
Yeah, he'll be very sweet.
I'll treat you how I treated Mark. I didn't treat him bad at all. I didn't throw him no jabs. I was super nice to the guy, and he turns around, he does that to me, and then he wonders why people don't like him.
Yeah. Like I told him, the only thing he can be mad about is we talked him into going to Keelfest with us.
No, we didn't take him to Keelfest. We took him that Mr. Big Guy.
Did he go? Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
did he just?
Man.
Oh, okay.
A comedy show. We took him to that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, we did all kinds of shit with his ass.
In retrospect,
you were mean.
In retrospect, I wish I would have never told you to pick up Mark. Because it was my idea.
Let's see. Goof Jackson says, Accept has released some killer albums too in their later career.
No,
Uh,
I don't agree.
yeah, well, they have one that's damn good, and we're gonna. It's supposed to be what we were doing this weekend.
They got three that are good, starting with
Yeah,
Blood of the Nation, Stampede. I think it was called Stampede, and
yeah,
Stalingrad. I like those
yeah,
two, but the last two had like a couple songs I liked on it, and the other one was Analog Man and all that shit. No, thank you.
yeah.
The last two, Two Me to Die, that's a good song, and there was another good song on there, but the rest of the album is disappointing, and the one before it too. So I think they did three great albums with Mark Trujillo. The last two,
Yeah.
not a fan.
Yeah, definitely Saxon. If you're even up against what Judas Priest has put out recently, and they all slay what the fuck Maiden does now. So, which that brings up another thing. Did you check out the new song from Bruce Dickinson's upcoming solo album?
Yeah, it was whatever.
I liked it.
It was. I didn't hate it, but it was whatever.
Yeah. The only thing that I'm kind of scared about, because I've already got my tickets to see him in October when they come to the States with this Somewhere in Time shit. But over the summer, he's doing a solo tour of Europe, and I'm just wondering what kind of shape his voice is going to be in by the time, he gets to me.
It's going to be like it always is. What you actually think he's going to sound good? The guy's a terrible singer that, seriously, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't get the love for Bruce Dickinson. To me, it's like the biggest. What the hell? He sounds like he's straining all the time. It's like he doesn't sing in key. It's like, I don't know. People love that shit. I don't get it.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to the new solo album, though. I know I'm going to like it better, just like Chemical Wedding.
Those are great. No. I mean, chances that this next solo album is going to be better than what Maiden's been doing.
Yeah.
Great, But
yeah.
I love Chemical Wedding. I love the Accident at Birth. I love those two albums.
Yeah.
But he's not that great of a singer. I don't get it.
Yeah. Well, Goof Jackson once again asked for some old school death metal. What do you guys think about in quality, in quality, in inequality?
I don't know that.
Serenitarium is a killer album. Never heard of it. Probably saying it wrong. I'm not the death metal guy. Ralph likes more death metal than me.
I like the inception of death metal. I'm not into any death metal after the early '90s.
I'd tell you the one that I've really kind of discovered and like, man, I wish I wouldn't have slept on him is Death. I would say out of all the death metal bands, Death, I've really gone back and like I can put on that shit and listen to a full album, where other shit I can hear a song or two and then I get burned out. But shit like Leprosy and shit like that, Scream Bloody Gore, fucking love that shit.
Yeah, no, those are awesome albums, and Spiritual Healing's awesome too.
Yeah.
Me, it's all about Morbid Angel, man. Those first three Morbid Angel albums cannot be touched by anybody. They raised the bar high. They are my favorite death metal band, and they are one of my favorite death metal bands with what they've done after. But I'm talking about those Covenant, Altars of Madness, and fucking Blessed of the Sick. Domination's okay, but that's when they started to.
They still haven't like stuck with me yet. I mean, I don't hate it, but I'm just like, I don't know. I haven't felt like the need to go back. Where with Death, I've been going back and checking that shit out.
Morbid Angel is like the only death metal band that really changed my world. Really,
yeah.
It made me look into other death metal, which I love. Obituary, I love the early Cannibal stuff with that idiot from 6 Feet Blunder, and there's a couple other ones I like. Immolation is a really good one. Incantation's another cool one. There's this one, Christian. They're good. They're from Mexico, I think. They're awesome. But I'm not a big death metal guy. I mean, now when I hear death metal, I'm like, Effigy from Suffocation's a great album. But all right, there you go. That's what I feel about death metal. Old school stuff.
Jimmy James Schwartz says Tainted Blood on the new live record is a really good rendition.
Fucking one of my favorite songs off that last album. That guy's
Yeah,
voice is it Richie? Is that his name?
yeah, Richie Castellano or some shit like
Fucking,
that.
what an amazing talent that guy is.
Let's see here. Karen Colston said something. Uh, let's see. What was your guys' reaction when Lane Stanley died? I was very sad, but not shocked. You know.
Yeah, I would say the same. I remember I played Dirt that day. Just as a tribute to him. I really liked Alice in Chains. I even liked the three-legged dog album.
Yeah.
That
Which
song,
Chris Sinzak, if he's still here, says sucks.
I love the song Again off that
Oh
album.
yeah.
So good.
Oh, the crunch on that song. I love it too. There's some weird shit on there. It's not as strong as Dirt, but
No, it's their best. And Facelift is, I know it's popular, but I feel it's kind of underrated because of Dirt. I think Facelift.
oh, I believe so too. And Sap. I think Sap is a perfect
Yeah,
EP.
Sap and what was the other
Jar
one?
of Flies.
I love those
Yeah.
two.
Yeah. Good shit. Yeah, very sad. I think he was much more of a loss than Kurt Cobain, and I like Nirvana. I'm not a Nirvana hater, but I think Lane had a lot more to offer.
I think he died on the same day as Kurt Cobain.
Yeah, that's the fucked up thing is I think what happened, of course they found Lane's body like 2 weeks after he died, but when they did the autopsy and like could trace back to when he died, it was the same day. Creepy. Let's see. Eric RMCP's here. Says little late, you guys rule. What's up,
Eric,
brother?
Eric's a big old pussy that can't handle the heat. Every time I talk, because I'm a big old pussy that can't handle the cold. And every time I bitch about the cold and talk about the heat, there's Eric. I like the cold. I like it.
Yeah, cold. I'm sitting in my fucking garage, man. I got a space heater blowing on me. It's 53.9 degrees in here. Sucks.
I like going outside in shorts.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, what the fuck?
I don't like wearing shoes. I like wearing sandals. I got like big caveman feet, and I don't like fucking wrapping them up.
Yep, I walk around and can't. I'm just loving it, and now it's kind of like I got the window open, no AC on. It's not cold, it's not chilly, but it's just enough to, keep the. It's kind of all right temperature. I can handle that. When it gets cold, I hate it. And I'm talking about when it gets cold in Florida, which is nothing compared to people up north, but I hate it. I hate it when it gets to the 50s. I can handle 50s, not 50s.
Yeah, we had fucking snow today. I mean, it'll be gone tomorrow, but yeah, it sucks.
I had snow today too.
Hey, all right. Get high. Kyron Colston, do any of you guys like Buddy Holly or no?
Yes, I'm a huge Buddy Holly fan. Now, and I'll go even a step further. And yes, okay, we get it. Ian doesn't agree with me. Okay? Fuck Chuck Berry. Fuck Little Richard. Fuck Jerry Lee Lewis. Fuck Johnny Cash. Fuck them all. Elvis and Buddy Holly. Those to me are the true rock and roll originals. Now, I will say Chuck Berry and Little Richard, yeah, they invented it. But Chuck Berry, I mean, fucking Buddy Holly and Elvis Presley fucking took it, made it pleasant to my ears.
Yeah. Well, of course, we're going to disagree on this. I love Chuck Berry. I love Little Richard. Who else don't you like?
Jerry Lee Lewis.
Yeah, a guy fucked his cousin, Jerry Lee Lewis. I like him. I can tolerate some Johnny Cash. But when you're talking about, Buddy Holly and Elvis, there's one big difference. One fucked his mother and the other one's Buddy Holly. I love Buddy Holly. Buddy Holly kicks ass. Elvis fucked his mother while he ate a peanut butter and banana sandwich. He sucks.
With that? Wouldn't you want to fucking bang my old raccoon eyes?
Ugh. Yeah, so Buddy Holly, 2 thumbs up from or 4 thumbs up from these guys.
I love Buddy Holly. All my love, all my kisses. You don't know
Yeah.
what you've been missing, old boy.
And
That,
another thing, Buddy Holly wrote his songs.
yeah, Buddy
An,
Holly.
act, an actual musician.
And
Uh,
very influential on the Beatles.
yeah. He was a terrible pilot though, but a
Oh, he
great
didn't fly
musician.
that plane.
Oh, okay. Okay, well he did everything else. Elvis did nothing.
You remember the show Kids in the Hall? Remember that show?
Yeah, I love Kids in the Hall.
They had a skit on Buddy Holly, and he's all drunk, and they're about to get on plane. He's like, "I'm fucking Buddy Holly, and get in the plane, you spick." You know,
Richie Valens.
he goes, I got me a pilot. He brought a monkey. The plane. You see them taking off with a monkey. Kids in the Hall. That was a pretty cool show.
Oh, I love that shit. Hannah Montana Hales is here. Hello, gentlemen. How y'all doing tonight? Pretty fucking good.
Really good. I mean, really good that you and everybody else are here.
Let's see. McSorley fans 33. Who is that? You know who that is, right?
Nick Sorley?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, bye. He says, I don't get why Mark is doing all this.
For attention. Retarded too.
Yeah. It says, leaving for the Philippines tomorrow. Wish me luck. Okay, well, why? Oh, I know what it is. You got to check them motherfuckers because you don't know if it's a boy or a girl. So you got to grab that shit, do the test. The Philippines.
Oh.
They got a lot of lady boys over there, so you got to be careful. Good food, though. Goddamn good food. McSorley, Ian, have you ever listened to the band Sabire yet? Sabire? Never fucking heard of them.
He asked you that because the band sucks. That's why he wouldn't ask me.
I
don't listen like Ian does.
Hannah Montana also loves my Aqua Teen shirt, so thank you, Hannah Montana.
Hey, everybody, what the fuck? Hey.
Yeah, hey, Saxon rules. So does Master Shake. Let's see. Fucking Count Dracula says he'll be seeing Saxon, Judas Priest, and Uriah Heep in April. That's awesome. And also, don't bother with the new Napoleon movie. Way too pompous, too long, and even got his birth date wrong. Oh, that's sad to hear. I like Ridley Scott, but he's kind of hit or miss. But boy, do I hate when historical shit gets shit wrong. Like when I heard all that shit about Queen, like recording the Flash soundtrack in fucking 72 or whatever the fuck they did. That shit, that burns my fucking ass, man.
That pulls my nose hairs.
Yes. All right. Let's see. Who else we got here? Zoo Station. Who's the MVP on Black Sabbath Paranoid? I think Bill Ward is some of those drum fills he does crazy. Shit. I think Bill Ward could be the fucking MVP on any Black Sabbath album he's on.
Yeah, but you know what? I would give Bill Ward the MVP on different more than Paranoid. Paranoid, he's awesome. He's a perfect 11 drummer. But I would have to go with Iommi. The riffs like War Pigs, what he did in War Pigs, and the riff in Electric Funeral, that makes him most MVP on Paranoid for me.
Yeah. I hear there. McSorley fan, Aqua Teen Hunger Force shirt. Hell yeah. Another one for my shirt today. I know how to pick them.
Fuck your shirt. What is that? What the fuck is that?
It's Master Shake. He says, don't tell me what to do. I'm smart.
I don't know that. I don't even know.
It's a great show from the 90s. It's an adult cartoon. It's very... You hate cartoons.
Yeah, I do.
You probably hate fucking Kiss avatars, but we'll get into that later. Scribble says, welcome back, boys. What's up, Scribble?
Hi, Scribble.
Kyron Colston. Ian, what's your thoughts on Mick Jagger's solo career? My favorite solo album of his is easily either She's the Boss or Wandering Spirit. Wandering Spirit is the best in my honest opinion. It's all right. I love Jagger. There's some great songs on the first one. Wandering Spirit would probably be my favorite too. It's he needs the Stones and the Stones need him. It's kind of spotty. You could put out a decent EP of his solo career, but I don't think you can do a full greatest hits album. And this is coming from a guy that worships the fucking Stones. So uh, yeah, he needs to be reined in and have somebody say no. Mark Daly, the fuck this fruity boy want? Have you guys heard about Will Carroll and Death Angel's Christmas shows? Are sold out, but you can watch a live stream of the show.
They have them every year. Death Angel's been doing these live streams for the shows
Yeah.
for 3, 4 years. I did buy one. I bought a live feed of theirs, maybe 2, 3 years ago, where they played "Falling Off the Edge of the World" from Sabbath.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
we love Will and Death Angel's fucking awesome. I would check that shit out. Fucking A. Ron Dirtmitz is here. Dirtmitz says Entombed.
Yeah, Left Hand Path. That's an amazing fucking album. That first Entombed. Wolverine Blues is okay and all that, but man, Left Hand Path. That's one of the greatest death metal albums right there. Entombed.
And I'll check it out.
Thank you for reminding me how amazing. That's a band that I should remember. Yeah, they're really good. Left Hand Path is one of my favorites. And I saw that tour.
Goof Jackson says Sludge Factory is great too, referring to Alice in Chains. Yeah, good song.
No, I even liked what's that black one? Something black. The one they did without Lane Staley.
Oh yeah. Black turns into blue.
Yeah,
blue turns into black. Yeah, good album. I like the one after that too that you didn't like, the dinosaurs one.
Oh, I liked it too. I liked that one too.
Oh, I thought you didn't like that one.
With the dinosaurs, right?
Yeah. Future Squash says, I'm a little late, but here nonetheless. How are you guys? We're pretty fucking good.
Future Squash.
And Brenda's here. That's your wife, right, Brenda?
Yeah, that is my wife.
Oh, man.
I love her so.
She says so much cool shit, but boy, one I gotta I don't know. But in all fairness, I didn't listen to it. But she says "In Thee" on the new BOC live album is really good too.
Oh yeah, that's Brenda. You believe it doesn't like that song? That song rules. "In Thee" is like my favorite song off Mirrors. So I'm looking forward to hearing the live version. There is a live version of "In Thee" in a future album.
Yeah. On the Heaven Forbid, they do a live version.
Yeah, it's great. It sounds like in a club.
Yeah, I've never liked that song, but it's not to me it's the second worst on Mirrors after Moon Crazy. That shit's terrible.
Yeah, I didn't like Moon Crazy. That one.
Yeah, Moon Crazy sucks, but In Thee, I've never been a fan. I know it's people like it.
I forgive you. You like Little Richard.
Yeah, no, I love Little Richard.
Homo.
Yep. Goof Jackson says me too. I don't know what that means. He says I love cold too. Oh, Jesus Christ, who likes the cold? Goof Jackson says sandals suck. You suck, Goof. God damn it. I mean, I don't really mean that, but sandals fucking rule. Goof Jackson.
Oh, sandals. Yeah. No, I mean, Ian don't mean it, but I do. You suck.
Yeah. Goof Jackson says you really need a Carl shirt, Ian. Master Shake shirt is awesome too. Another one about my shirt, and I would love a Carl T-shirt. If anybody wants to send me a Carl T-shirt, I'd take that in a heartbeat.
Ian, my ego's getting a little bruised. Would you mind going and changing that shirt?
Let's see. And what's funny, and my wife had no idea what this shirt is. She's like, "What the fuck are you wearing? What the fuck is this cartoon?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you laugh now, but someday Kiss will be avatars." And people will pay money. Let's see what else we got here. Bruce Campbell just came out and said there will be more Evil Dead flicks more often after the success of the last two. Thoughts?
I did not dislike the last one. A lot of people hated it. I saw it in the theater. My niece.
And so did I.
My niece gets these fucking tickets to movies that don't come out yet. They come out like that weekend, so I see it on like a Tuesday. And I like the last Evil Dead more than the one before it with the stupid heroin junkie. And that one I didn't like.
Oh, I
What I,
love that one.
what I liked about this Evil Dead was the apartment. It was
Yeah.
the apartment where it was more isolated. Where that other one, they went back to the cabin. It just didn't work for me. I didn't like it.
I absolutely loved the cabin one that you don't like. I thought Evil Dead Rise was all right. I want to watch it again. I just bought the 4K and I'm going to check it out. But I'm all for more, man. But I really wish they'd bring, Ash back. But if it ends with Ash versus the Evil Dead, that's okay too, because that was a great fucking series that deserved
That
a lot more love.
that show
And
was cool.
and it's just, to me, it's very unfortunate. I think it was on Stars, which is a channel that was way past its time. If that shit would have been on Netflix, or a channel that could give more promotion, man, and having Lee Majors be his fucking father, that was so fucking awesome. Lee Majors fucking rules. And Lee Majors right now is laughing because Ryan O'Neal's dead. You buddy fucker.
Ryan O'Neal died.
Yeah, he died the other day, 82.
Wow, man. No, I didn't hear. I heard about Norman Fell. Now that
Norman Mailer.
no Norman. God damn it, the guy that did All in the Family. Norman.
Yeah, that's Norman Mailer.
Naylor.
Yeah, Norman Fell was the guy who played Mr. Roper.
It's not that. That's not his
Or
name.
no, I'm sorry, Norman Lear. Norman Lear.
Norman Lear, that's it.
Yeah,
Man,
Norman Mailer was the
guy,
author. Yeah,
All the Family, the Jeffersons, Good Times,
Sanford and Son,
Sam,
Maud. Yeah,
all the greatest sitcoms ever.
yep,
That dude, and he lived to be 101. And that guy was
yep,
awesome. That I will say, 101 is too young, man.
yeah,
To live more and make more sitcoms.
yeah. Great. Yeah, terrible loss, but yeah, Ryan O'Neal was legendary, known as being a piece of shit.
Ryan O'Neal,
Uh,
that's the guy that was in the main event, right? With Barbara.
yeah, with Barbra Streisand. Yeah,
And
and he was in Love Story, Paper Moon,
yeah,
Irreconcilable Differences.
Potato.
But he's the guy that stole Farrah Fawcett from Lee Majors. They were buddies,
Oh,
and
okay.
then he started fucking her while Lee Majors was still the $6 million man and shit. So
Wow,
so
yeah.
fuck him. And apparently he was like a horrible father and a horrible person and shit. So
Well, I didn't know he died. I
yeah.
have no idea, and that's another one from my childhood. I remember.
But Lee Majors is still alive, and Farrah Fawcett and Ryan O'Neal are dead. That's karma, motherfuckers.
Farrah Fawcett died the same day as Michael Jackson.
And my grandmother, and somebody else died that fucking day. Too. It was a terrible day. I got the call at work. My grandmother passed away, and I go to the bar, and then it's like, Michael Jackson's dead. I'm like, Jesus Christ, Then it's like, Farrah Fawcett's dead. I'm like, motherfucker, Yeah, it was a bad day.
I played a gig that night. Now,
Did you?
yeah, and my guitar player and his mom are huge Michael Jackson fans.
Yeah.
And she was up in the balcony. We played the Culture Room. And during the show, because I saw this the other day, I was like, oh my God, I forgot I did this. That night I said on stage, and I pointed at her, hey, Rosie, you know that Michael Jackson and Farrah Fawcett died today? And she's like, yeah. And I go, 2 rich women died today. That was my little joke that night.
All right, tell some more jokes. I gotta pee again.
What to talk about? I wish I could see what you all talk about. Yeah, I love the cool Jackson, my friend from Canada, who loves the cold and hates flip flops. Hey man, you are an awesome dude, but in that aspect of your life, you suck. But everything else about you is awesome. All right, just saying. I like wearing shorts. I like wearing flip flops. I like going outside. I love the heat. I'm like a lizard. I very much am like a lizard, man. I crave the heat. I like walking out. I like sweating like a pig and then coming home and taking that shower. There's nothing better than a nice shower after being sweaty and then kick back. it's like one of the greatest feelings ever. Every day I go for these long ass walks. And, I take my walks now. It's not that bad as far as sweating goes. But I go in the heat of the summer and I walk and walk for about, usually it's an hour, but sometimes I go an hour and a half. And then I get back and I'm a sweaty mess and I take a shower and I kick back and, watch a movie or listen to some music. Life is awesome. And look at that. I just said all this shit. Ian came back. But Ian, he's a loudmouth here. So, hey, Ian,
Hey.
put that back. I just a loudmouth.
Oh, that's terrible.
Hey, you didn't change the shirt, man.
Ah, fuck that shit, man. I'm gonna get too much love tonight. Let's see. Sad but true. What do you guys think about the Black Album in 2023?
I don't care for it, but I don't hate it like the rest of the world. It's whatever. I don't give a fuck. To me, and Justice for All was kind of crappy. So whatever. Master of Puppets Down and Hardwired to Self-Destruct is the only Metallica I care for.
Yeah, I think it sounds even worse now than it did when I first heard it. I
don't know. I don't listen to it, so
yeah, I don't. The last time I listened to it is when we reviewed it. But like anytime I hear some snippets of those songs, I'm just like, eh. And there's some good songs on it. Don't get me wrong. There's a couple of good ones, but just the production and everything, man. Fuck Bob Rock, man. That's what a horrible era for Metallica.
I like the God That Failed. That's like the song I really like off that.
Yeah, I like that one. And what else? There's one other one I like. But yeah, but you put that against what came before it, and I'll give Ralph his due here. And Justice, is the it's not as good as what came before it, but I still love it, Justice. But yeah, the Black Album, ugh. I don't know. 72 Seasons might be better than the Black Album. I don't know.
Yeah, 72 Seasons had like 3 songs I like. Black Album has one. Yeah, I mean, you'd think I'd say, oh, the worst song on that album is Nothing Else Matters. No, it's a shitty song. Don't get me wrong. I don't like it at all. I think the worst song on the Black Album is Forever, Wherever I May Roam. That song annoys the piss out of me.
Oh, I don't know. It could be Unforgiven. I don't know.
Yeah, I hate Unforgiven. But, I mean, as bad as Forever I May Roam, I don't think it's as bad as Hero of the Day.
Oh, you know what's funny is as soon as I said Unforgiven, I started thinking of Hero of the Day. That is like one of the worst songs fucking ever.
And that video sucks too.
Oh, but Unforgiven, how does that get 3 fucking sequel or 2 sequels? That's like there being 5 sides of the coin. That's fucking terrible. Which we'll get into Ace Frehley fucking later too. Did you guys? Oh, Future Squash, very good post because I was gonna bring this shit up. Did you guys hear the snippet of the next single for Judas Priest's new album? I dig it a lot. Kind of think it sounded like Free Will Burning.
I look forward to hearing it, but I don't like the 2 new songs.
Okay, well, then this might be worth checking out. They released some video that's just showing the track listing for the new album, and they showed like pictures that are in the booklet for the new album that are better than the cover, and the snippet of the song that they play is to me much better than what I've the 2 new songs that we heard. Both you and I agreed they were very underwhelming, but the snippet they played during this little video sounded like 70s Judas Priest, not like Sad Wings, but to me it sounded like something. Damn. Sound like something off of Hell Bent for Leather, kind of shit. Pretty neat, pretty old school Judas Priest. So I'm excited to hear that.
Right on.
All right. Scribble says, for years I hated hair metal until I heard Dokken. Them and Skid Row are the only, really? Are the only 2 I could ever get into. Are there any other heavy hair metal bands?
The first Cinderella album is very heavy and awesome.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, that's a good one. I don't know if I'd call it heavy, but
it's a
for
good
for hair metal.
hard rock. It's not hair metal.
Yeah.
It's not a hair metal album. You know,
No, no, definitely not a hair metal.
it's a hair metal album cover,
Yeah.
not a hair metal album.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a hard one to answer. Ralph came up with a good answer.
And
Um,
Talking is like pre-hair metal. They turned into
yeah,
a hair metal band, but Tooth and Nail was they didn't look like a hair. Well, they wore makeup, but still, it wasn't
yeah,
a hair metal album. That was another heavy killer album.
yeah. And Skid Row are one like I don't know if Skid Row you give them a pass. I don't know. There's all kinds of shit you could
I
like.
love Skid Row, but I'm not a fan of that first album.
Yeah, I never bought that one. I told the story a million times. I did not like 18 in Life. I did not like,
Yeah,
I Remember You or any of that
I'm
shit.
not a
And
fan.
I liked, I mean, when I heard Monkey Business, I was like, fuck yeah. Well, I had seen him right before Slave to the Grind came out. And when I saw him live, it changed my mind. I thought they were pretty good live. Um, Monkey Business was awesome, but I don't like fucking Slave the Grind as much as a lot of you people do. I think there's some good songs on there, but there's a lot of shit on there too. But that's a great segue into something I saw you made a video about, but I specifically didn't watch it because I like when you and I do live reactions and shit. But the balls on this motherfucker, all the shit he talked about fucking Cancer Boy being on fucking, Yugoslavian fucking American Idol. And then he's on one of the worst fucking reality shows ever, The Masked Singer. And
I
oh my God, did you see how he looked when they took that fucking pineapple head off of him?
No, I didn't actually.
Oh, Jesus Christ. At least I put on makeup before I come on this shit. God damn, he looked horrendous. And the songs he was performing, he did Poison, a band he made fun of countless times.
I talked about that in my news report that he actually walked out of an interview for a guy comparing Skid Row to Poison. He walked
Yeah,
out offended.
yeah. But but I mean, the thing is, did you listen to the new song he put out?
I love it. I fucking love it.
No, well, you like it more than me. I thought it was all right. I didn't hate it.
I
I
fucking
like I like that our friend Craig Gast was in the video at the beginning
yeah.
doing the Bach thing. That was funny. And it was cool to see Rob Fuso or however the fuck you say his name drumming it. I don't think he played on the track, but he's
No,
in
he
the
didn't.
video.
He didn't.
But it was all right. It was no kicking and screaming, which I think kicking and
Oh,
screaming
no.
that song is better than fucking 99% of all fucking Skid Row.
I disagree. I didn't like that. I like
You
Danger
didn't you didn't like the song Kicking and Screaming?
at all.
Oh man.
I thought this new song was way better. I think it's the best thing he's done since Angel Down. The last
Really?
the last two Sebastian albums had its moments, but I thought Angel Down was the shit. And that was, I believe, Roy Z did that album. I could be wrong. But
Probably. I think he did work with Roy Z. But you know that the new Sebastian song was written by the drummer from Trickster. So I guess that's the new trend is getting Trickster members
it's a good
to
thing.
write your shit.
It's a good thing the guy from Trickster didn't use his good stuff in Trickster.
Ugh. Man, so we might as well talk about that shit. We'll get to Kiss later on because I got a lot of beers left. But this new Ace Frehley song, you like this shit, huh?
I did like it a lot. And you know what I told you earlier about something
Uh-huh.
to talk about. So I'm not biased.
Wow. This new one, I thought it sounded nothing like Ace. Like I don't even think Ace plays on this song.
Probably
You know,
doesn't.
and the solo, Jesus Christ, that's what they should change it to so low. I mean, god damn, this motherfucker is making CC DeVille sound like fucking Frank Marino. You
I
know,
love that solo. It's so Ace. I dug it.
it. I'll give you that. It sounds like Ace solo. Oh man, but I got a feeling, knowing what you told me that we can't talk about.
Yeah.
If you like this shit, I can only imagine the shit you don't like. that
Wait till you
that
hear that.
scares the shit out of me.
I can't talk about it, but wait till you hear that.
Yeah. But I gave it a fair shake, man. I listened to the whole fucking thing, and I was on it. As much as I bitch about, I really do. I want to like it. I want it to be something like, all right, what a nice way to shove it up Gene and Paul's ass. But god damn, no, pass. And what I know from you, there could potentially be worse coming. And I'll listen to it. I'll listen to. I'll be a first day fucking downloader, and I'll give it a fair shake. I've given all his albums a fair shake. I have. I've listened to them start to fucking finish. Um, but yeah, big no from me. But hey, if you like it, and
A big yes from me, but I made a video about it. But I did say there's no song, and you'll disagree with this too. There's no song off the Ace Frehley 78 album worse than this song. I don't think it's better than any song off the 78 album.
no, I would agree with that. And there's
What's on Your Mind? You like?
I think to me, I don't like What's on Your Mind. In fact, I quite hate it. But to me, What's on Your Mind sounds more like Ace Frehley than this 10,000 volts of shit.
I like every song off the 78 album more than this song. So him running around saying it's better than the 78 solo album, which he has said, it's like, all right, I heard this song and I heard worse from the song that I can't get into. And so far what I heard doesn't come close to the 78.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Tim Bream said it's better than anything Led Zeppelin ever recorded. Oh boy. Let's see. Hannah Montana says, even though y'all ain't the biggest Bruce Springsteen fans, what do you think of him musically?
I used to hate Bruce Springsteen when I was in high school because in my high school, every day during homeroom, I don't know if there's homeroom exists anymore, but there was this thing called homeroom. We go in there for like 15 minutes or so. And every day they played a different Bruce Springsteen song. And at that time, it was like, for me, it was like, if it's not metal, it's crap. And I hated it. Now I've grown to really like quite a few Bruce Springsteen songs and quite a few of his D tracks. Like, I like the album Darkness at the Edge of Town.
Love that one.
That's a great album. I like some of The River. I wish I would have heard the Ramones do Hungry Heart. Because he wrote that song for the Ramones.
Yep.
And I love Bruce Springsteen version. Got a wife and kids in Baltimore, Jack. I went out for a ride and I never came back. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I love it. So yeah, I've grown to like players. I've always, even like when I left high school, I heard the Nebraska album and I've always liked that one. And that was one I would always tell everybody. The only thing I like from Bruce Springsteen is Nebraska. That's the only thing I like. Yeah. But now I like quite a few of his stuff,
Yeah. Interesting thing about Nebraska is that's a demo. He turned that into the band as a demo, and they're like, we can't better this. Just fucking release it. And that's why it's credited as Bruce Springsteen. But Darkness on Edge of Town, Adam Raised a Cane. Holy shit.
That's the best song on there.
You want to hear a heavy Bruce Springsteen song? Check out Adam Raised a Cane. The fucking musically, lyrically, the anger in that. And that's like a daddy song done right, That ain't no Corn crybaby shit. That's some righteous fucking anger. I hate my dad shit. But it's got balls, man. That's a heavy track. And the title track, Darkness on the Edge of Town, is amazing too. I've got a lot of respect for him. I don't like everything. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say I like everything. but I've got mad respect for the man, and I like where he stands, um, you know, politically, and like how he doesn't give a fuck if what he says offends some fans. He sticks with his heart, and so I respect that. And he's done
So,
shit that's cost him a lot of fans.
so he's like Ted Nugent.
Yeah, yeah, in the opposite way.
Yep.
But yeah, there's a lot of like cops won't listen to his shit because he had a song critiquing the cops, but he didn't give a fuck. He called it like he saw it, and I dug that. Even though the song wasn't that great, but I liked how he felt about it and said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna do it." But his newer shit doesn't grab me as much, but that old shit, yeah, I fucking dig that shit. Let's see. Denim and Leather is the best Saxon album, says Future Squash. So there you
Right.
go.
He's correct. And check it out. Look at my shirt. Pay attention to my shirt.
Let's see. Karen Colson says, "What's your guys' favorite Australian band besides AC/DC? Australia has some great bands that I could easily name. There are so many good ones."
Was Heaven from Australia?
No, Jersey.
No, they were European.
No,
Right?
Heaven?
Yeah.
Oh, not. I'm sorry. I was thinking of fucking Angel. I don't know why.
Yeah, Heaven.
Heaven Angel. Yeah.
If they're from Australia, yeah, Stone Rose is okay. That's the one with Angry Anderson, right?
Yeah. Rose Tattoo.
Rose Tattoo. They're all right.
Yeah. I like Rose Tattoo. I tell you, a new band that I fucking love from Australia is Amy and the Stiflers or something like that. They're like a punk rock band. Fucking amazing. That chick, she is like the second coming of Wendy O. Really cool shit. I think Ralph, you'd really dig it.
Fucking excess, by the way.
I like NXS.
No, you don't.
I do.
You're lying.
I do. I
You're
do.
doing
I don't like Ice House though. I love Men at Work.
You lie. You lie like Mark Balding Taylor.
Let's see. Who else is from fucking Australia? Olivia Newton-John.
I like her.
Is Cliff Richards from there? Or
I think that guy's from England.
Okay. Well, he did a song with Olivia Newton-John.
Elm Street. That's an awesome band from Australia. Elm Street.
I don't know them.
They're fucking amazing.
Let's see. Kyron and Mrs. Fuck corrected me. Norman Lear. Yes, I caught myself. Thank you very much. Gail DT says, "Greetings from Belgium." Fucking A, Belgium. Yeah. Right on, man. We're better than ZZ Top. We're not only nationwide, we're fucking worldwide.
Yeah,
that's badass.
And if you die like Dusty Hill, I'm not continuing this show.
Fucking, I'm drinking shitty. I wish I was drinking Belgian beer. God damn it. Another one. Norman Lear. Yeah, okay, yeah. I fucked up. I get it. What's your guys' thought on the pedophile Gary Glitter's music? Love it.
I never liked it.
Love it. I don't love it the same way he loves, 14-year-old Filipino boys, but I love me some Gary Glitter.
Wow, he was into kids that old?
Yeah. I think he'd let him jerk him off, but for the good stuff, he wanted younger.
Fuck him.
But I mean, there's no worse pedophile than Sammy Hagar fans. So
you know what Gary Glitter did? He went to Cuba of all places.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's still there. He probably left because Cuba sucks. But he ran away from the law and went to Cuba. And of course, Cuba brought in the pedophile and gave him sanctuary. It's like, fuck Cuba. Fuck commies. I said it. Fuck you.
Yeah.
If you disagree, unsubscribe. Stop watching. And then go fuck yourself. Thank you.
Let's see. Goof Jackson says, "I love wearing shorts, Ralph, just in 0-degree weather, and I wear a t-shirt too." Tough guy.
Yeah, Jackson. You're saying that behind a keyboard. Say that to my face.
I love this guy's name. This should have been his name is Mo Beerman. Mo Beerman. He says he had just pissed on a tree outside the garage. Fuck that. I want in the house. I ain't going outside.
That's what I do. I
Uh,
love peeing outdoors. I do love it.
oh, I do too. I do too. And my grandson does it all the time now. And I'm kind of like, my son and my daughter-in-law kind of like just let him. I'm like, I don't know, maybe we should teach him it's not always appropriate. But he's just like whip it out and go.
Yeah, it's like you save water. You can save water by peeing outdoors, but never pee in the same place because that'll leave an odor. And what I do when I pee, I walk around a little bit, so not too much pee is in one area. So I pee, and I like peeing on bushes because that doesn't really leave.
Yeah. I like pissing on Sammy Hagar fans. Because I can duck them.
I need to ask my girlfriend because, she puts away pedophiles for a living.
Yeah.
I got to ask her because there is a law that if you pee and they catch you,
oh yeah, yeah.
It's a sexual
Yes.
crime.
Yes.
I got to ask her if she ever had to defend some case of some dude taking a piss outside.
Yeah. And I think the same way with like when somebody's busted as a pedophile and they can't live next to a school or they got to notify their neighbors. I think you should have to register as a Sammy Hagar fan. I think you should have to tell you can't be by a school. You got to tell your neighbors. I think VOA is a solid album. I think that should be a law. Brenda, get to work on that, please. Let's see. Kyron Colson says Justice for All is the last great Metallica album. McSorley Fan 33 said Mama Said is one of the worst Metallica songs.
You're correct.
I don't remember that one, but yeah, I know it's on Load.
That's the one. That's the one on Load. That's like a country song. Let my
Oh God.
go.
Oh God.
Where he's in the back of a car. It's horrible.
Let's see. Matt W says, "Good day, chaps."
Good day.
Let's see. Goof Jackson says, "Ian, if you have a PO box or an address, I'll get you a Carl shirt. Aqua Teen rules." Yeah, another one for the shirt.
Ow, my ego.
Matt W says, "When the frost is on the pumpkin, it's time for Dickie Duncan." Don't threaten me with a good time.
That's awesome.
Let's see. And Matt W, is that Weller's dick? Oh, Weller's dick.
You know who we need to get back on the show, Ian? TikTok, man.
I was gonna say you beat me to it. TikTok, man.
We gotta get TikTok, man. Can you get in touch with that guy?
I'll try. I told you the last time I heard from him was when we got back together, and he just wrote me like a thing on Instant Messenger. He goes, "It's about time you two fags worked it out." Like that. That's so TikTok.
I love that.
That dude. Oh my! Hanging out with him. I think he was at Rockin' Pod 1, and I don't know if it was 2 or 3.
He came back. It might have been 3.
Yeah. Oh my God. That guy, and and people love that fucking Hot in the Shade episode, and he made that one. That's one. Ralph and I both took a back seat on that episode to TikTok, man.
And when he went off on Hide Your Heart and Tito, the King of the Streets, that to me makes him my favorite guest ever.
I'm telling you, if he ever put out a podcast, we'd be in trouble.
You know what's a good podcast? He came on Vieira Bowl.
Yeah.
We talked about the Beatles and he hates Long and Winding Road. And
Yeah.
he was going off of what a homo I was for liking it. and then me and him both went off on you for liking You Know My Name, What's the Name?
Oh, I love that song.
Yeah, me and him went off on you on that episode. You got to check it out.
I got to hear that shit.
Yeah, it's really good. He was on fire. I'm going to take a piss, so answer the next question.
All right.
I'm wearing my shorts, my boxers.
Uh, Kyron Colston says favorite B-side song. Ooh, that's a tough one,
I
man.
can't,
That require.
I can't say right off the top of my head one of my favorite B sides. I can't say it's my favorite B side ever, but one of my favorite B sides. One of the B side from Ozzy,
Oh, you motherfucker! You took my pick.
and
God.
and another one I absolutely love. Hey hey, what can I do by Zeppelin?
Yeah. No, those are good. I was gonna say initially one up the B side. Because I think, god damn, that would have replaced, god damn, take off that fucking so tired fucking crap that only bitches like, and put on one up the B side. Love that fucking song. I know there's a ton of B sides that I love, uh, but man, that's a hard one when you put a motherfucker on a spot like this and make me think when I've been drinking, and then this asshole got to go piss right when I got to piss again too, man. I broke the fucking seal. Hate that shit. I need to get a bucket. The wife won't let me have a bucket, but I was like, oh, I want a bucket. I won't go as far as my friend Gary Gunn. I know he's not watching this. The Gun Show. We went to a show and he wore a fucking Depends. He's like, this is gonna be great. He goes, I never have to leave to go take a piss. I'm just gonna stand here and piss myself. Can't do it. Can't do it. I figure it's gonna happen soon enough. Why push it? You know, I can't just stand there and piss myself. Not that I haven't, but you know, enough about me. How about you guys? Okay, don't everybody answer all at once. Let's see. Ryan Russell, Angel Down Rules. Yeah, it is a good record. I agree. But man, just the title track, Kicking and Screaming, I think is one of the best. The vocals on it, fucking amazing. Prime Sebastian Bach, unlike the fucking horrible Masked Singer shit. What a fucking bitch. Getting on the Masked Singer.
Look,
Yeah.
I gotta go fill my glass, but I'm gonna let you go take a piss first.
Oh, nah, go do your glass. I'll hold it in.
No, I gotta go in the garage. It's gonna be a while.
Okay, bye. You
Give
go
me
talk.
give me that last question.
Let's see. Well, you already answered B side. Ryan Russell said Angel Down Rules. Here, Mark Daly said a bunch of shit. What do you say? The only cool thing Kiss has done lately are the soundboard recordings. What are some of the shows you would be interested in? Maybe Sydney Unmasked tour, Nashville Lick It Up tour, or Asylum tour?
Neither. I would like to get, and there's a lot of them from the first album. I know there's a lot of shows recorded from the first album. Give me that, because that's pissed off, hungry Kiss. And like my favorite Kiss video is Winterland, Hotter Than Hell. But of course, Mark Daly wants Asylum and shit like that. Seriously, are you married to a man? I think you are. Or maybe you are a woman. I don't know. Did you have a cut off, Mark? Let us know, and Ian will read it later. But the first album, or hey, I'll even take Hotter Than Hell, the Hotter Than Hell show. That's what I would love. And I hope, because I answered this question not too long ago, somebody asked me, what would be the next album box set you would want from Kiss? I hope next year on the 50th anniversary, they release the first album in the box set with a live album and a killer book with a bunch of rare pictures from 73. That would be, I would buy that. And yeah, the next soundboard, which, hey, do you think there is going to be another soundboard? Because Kiss soundboards were released kind of quick, one after the other, and that last one's been a while. So I don't know about that, but you go answer that shit, Ian, as I.
Yeah. Fuck the soundboards. I want to see Kiss release the original Ace Frehley solo album where Bob Kulick's playing guitar. That'd be cool.
Hey.
Yeah, I fucking Kiss, and we haven't even got into that fucking debacle yet. But let's see. Next question here. You can kill me, but I like Mama Said. It's not Metallica, but that song should have been on a James Hetfield solo album. Kyron, if you're here right now, I would kill you. That's terrible. Hey, Sick and Stanley's here. Tim Bream did not say that. Yeah, I could have swore you did. I could have swore you did. And Sick and Stanley, while you're here, next time you see Gary Gunn, the fucking gun show, you got to give him shit about pissing his pants during fucking Queensryche. Mark Daly says, Sick and Stanley's here, people. I love me some Tim Bream, god damn it. And I'm happy for all your success, brother. You're a great dude and killer, man. I love you, brother. Yo Halamo. God damn it. I hit like one button and all the questions fucking run up like this and makes me look stupid. I think the new Ace song is just okay. I'd say better than Into the Void from Psycho Circus, and that's the best compliment I can give it. Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I love Into the Void. I don't know what everybody's proud. That's like the best song on fucking Psycho Circus.
That song sucks.
Okay, bye.
And I'm an Ace guy, and it's the only song on the album that feature all 4 original members.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's horrible, but I think it's half baked.
Which proves my theory. Ralph hates Kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Kyron
say that too.
Kyron Colston says, "What are your guys' thoughts on Kirk Hammett's Portals EP?"
Oh, I liked it. Well, you know what? I didn't hear it all, but that first song he released was pretty good. I liked it.
I thought I heard a snippet of it, and I didn't like it, but.
I mean,
knows? Maybe I
didn't like it enough to buy it. Like he needs money, but it was all right.
Let's see. Hannah Montana. Okay. Hannah Montana says, "What are your thoughts on the Scab Kiss song Samurai Sun they did with female Japanese group?"
It was okay. I mean, if that's the same one that's on the Gene Simmons Vault, it was all right. It was okay.
I have no fucking clue. Burp. The Goof says it's not being tough, it's climatization. I'm an absolute wuss when it comes to heat. Florida weather would kill me. I'd tolerate it to hang out with you. Hopefully one day I get to.
Yeah.
It'd be worth it.
Yeah, dude. If you ever do come down here, I'm kicking you out of my house and we're going to hang outside. No AC for you, bro. Come on, bro. Let's live like the
lizards. Your wife's still here. She says, I've never had a public pissing case. And she made a bunch of smiley faces crying. But she said, but I can promise you that every pedophile I've ever prosecuted was wearing a Sammy Hagar t-shirt.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
So...
There you go, man. All this time I'm here laughing at this little joke Ian's telling, but now, we got proof it's actually true. Ian's telling
yeah.
He's not joking.
It's true. And again, just to clarify, the type of pedophiles that Sammy Hagar fans are, they do not fuck little kids. They like little kids to fuck them. Goof Jackson says, at Sink and Stanley, you've been killing it lately, enjoying the content on your YouTube and Facebook. Awesome. Tim Bream rules. I could tell you his address, but I'm not Paul Stanley. I'm not going to do that shit.
I got to say, man, he did something really cool the other day. He made a shirt, with the avatar kiss.
Says piss.
Yeah, I bought that shirt. I was like, I need that. That's awesome.
That's awesome. All right. Kyron Colson says, what are your guys' thoughts on Pink Floyd's Hey Hey Rise Up song? It's good, but not great, and it's not Pink Floyd.
What is that?
That was a single that they released. And that was, if I remember correctly, it was to support Ukraine, in the Ukraine-Russia conflict.
Floyd?
Yeah. Well, it was David Gilmour, and
Nick Mason,
and I forget who else. It was like a bunch of guys who play in Pink Fraud live. It was terrible. It was there was no single resemblance of a Pink Floyd song in it. It was really bad, and I'm all about the message, and I believe it's like kind of a half-ass cover song of a Ukrainian artist or some shit. Like, I don't know. It was fucking terrible. It made fucking Momentary Lapse of Reason sound like fucking metal. It was horrible. And then fucking Roger Waters' dumbass came out all against it, but for all the wrong reasons. Not because it was a shitty song, but because they were supporting Ukraine. Fucking idiot. Goddamn. He makes it harder and harder to love his ass, but motherfucker got talent. Let's see. Hannah Montana.
I gotta say, his last solo album I listened to like a month ago, I like it.
Oh, I liked it. I like, but it's still like you listen to any Roger Waters solo. Like I hated Radio Chaos. Pros and Cons of Hitchhiking has its moments. Amused to Death definitely has its moments, and the last one has its moments, but it's too much Roger. To get that perfect mixture, you need him and Gilmore. You need his lyrics with Gilmore's guitar and at least a few with Gilmore's voice. Without it, it's too much Roger. But now, if you want to go see the live experience, by all means, go see Roger Waters. But for record, a little Roger goes a long way. But it was good. Hannah Montana says, "What's your favorite South Park episode?"
Oh, I got one.
Okay.
Probably nobody's favorite episode, but goddamn, do I love the one where Butters' mom tries to kill Butters in the car. I don't know
if I saw that one.
Butters is like my favorite character, but there's one where Butters, his mom loses it and tries. I think there was a real case of some mother out there that drowned her kid, that put her kid in a car and just let the car go in the water and drown it. And they were spoofing that. And Butters didn't know. He was so clueless till at the very end of the show, he found out they were trying to kill him. He's like, "What?" They were trying to kill him the whole show. And he was like, that was my favorite South Park show.
Yeah, I don't know. I love South Park, but I haven't watched South Park in fucking years. I probably watched like the first 5 or 6 seasons religiously. My son's huge into South Park. And anytime I watch one, I enjoy it. I laugh my ass off, but for whatever reason, I never kept up with it. I'm more of a Family Guy kind of guy.
Is that still on Family Guy?
Yeah, and I don't even watch that anymore. I think I need to catch up on the last 3 seasons.
But I like that show too.
Oh yeah, I mean I dig it. For anybody who grew up in our era, you get a lot of those jokes because the people writing it are same age and they're not offended like you fucking millennial fucks or fucking whatever this next generation is that gets their fucking ass hurt. It was funny.
Go
ahead.
How Family Guys has little flashbacks in the show? There was one episode where Stewie goes, "If you don't do what I say, I'm going to do to you what I did to John Lennon." And then there's a flashback, and he's like, "John, Yoko, John."
No, I told this kid at work, he's like fucking 18, and he's goofing on me for being fucking old. And I go, "Oh yeah?" I go, "You're just pissed off because I fucked your grandma at a Guns N' Roses concert in fucking '88." He's like, "Hey man, hey!" And I'm like, "Yeah, fucking pussy." Let's see here.
I gotta say, I made a post today about quitting cigarettes. I quit cigarettes a while ago.
Yeah.
I made a post today, and there was 2 different people. One guy said, "I never smoked in my life." And then this other dude said, "I never smoked in my life or drank." And I just replied, "Pussy."
Yeah. Fuck it. No, it's fun. Kids I work with, they play Magic the Gathering game at work. And I'm like, why can't you kids worship Satan and do drugs like normal fucking teenagers? You're playing fucking card games, and it's like my wizard destroyed your dragon, and they're sitting there like looking at cards and trade them. I just leaned over the shoulder. I go, oh, that's the one that protects your virginity, huh? Fucking nerds.
I
Anyway,
never even knew anybody that played Dungeons and Dragons when I was a kid.
yeah, but I guarantee you they all listen to power metal. Let's see here. What's your favorite David Gilmour solo album?
I don't have. I don't follow him.
By far. I mean, this one's easy. The first one, the one he put out in the '70s, really good album. Really good album. But I will say, and then he put out About Face in the '80s. Oh my God, is that horrible? It sounds like the worst fucking Phil Collins CD you ever heard. In fact, I think Phil Collins probably plays on it. But then his third one came out like in the '90s, early 2000s. It was called On an Island, and there is a song on there. It's one of those makes me cry songs called "Where It Begins" or "Where It Ends" or something like that. And just like musically and lyrically, it's so like moving and emotional. It's like hard to listen to. I listen to it every once in a while, but it seriously, every time I listen to it, I almost cry. It's that like powerful. The rest of the album sucked though. Let's see, Goof Jackson, I love it. Butters episode, that episode rules.
Right
Goof
on.
Jackson, Goof Jackson says it's the one where Butters finds his dad is going to gay bathhouses and she
That's
loses
right.
it.
Yes.
And tries to drown him. I love it.
Yeah. He was snooping on his dad, and even when his dad's doing all that gay shit, he doesn't get it. It's
And Kyron says my favorite episode would be the wrestling episode, which is titled "What the Fuck." Then Kyron says, "Hey guys, I'm a Gen Z, and to be honest, I can't stand my generation being pussies. And also, I'm into older stuff than the newer stuff, and that's true. I mean, we got a lot of young listeners to this show, which I find so encouraging. Uh, I think that's great. Of course, to say, your whole generation sucks is a very broad statement. And, there's always going to be cool kids. But yeah, as a whole, your generation is, you think you're tough, but you're soft as baby shit. Not good. Karen says, I have a ton of favorite South Park episodes. Goof Jackson says, same. Goof Jackson says it's tough. I made a top 20 South Park episode list, and it's tough. All right. Well, until we get some more questions, let's go into something I've been saving for Ralph, and I purposely have not delved into this. I have no idea what the fuck is going on here. But apparently, Kiss has retired as a touring band, but they will continue as a cartoon. And Ralph, can you expand on this more? I mean, you must have done some research into this. Do you know more about what Kiss is saying they're going to do?
No, because Kiss is like, this is so ridiculous. They end the show and then they show the avatars, but they
right.
explain what's it going to be. Is it going to be a tour? Is it going to be a movie or whatever? All right, let me predict this right here. This whole Avatar thing's not going to happen. They're going to scrap it. It's going to be like the preparation of Kiss meets Kiss, the Elder movie. Remember that album was a soundtrack for a movie that never came. I think this is the Elder part 2, where they're not going to go through with it. I'll tell you why too, because Gene Simmons recently, these people that pay him like, $10,000 so they can hang out with Gene and get the bass guitar signed.
Yeah, you.
No.
Okay.
You're not spending that much. But anyway. And believe
you spent half of that, right?
No.
What did you spend for that fucking vault you never listened to?
$2,000.
$2 fucking grand. You sad man.
That's why I envy people that hate Kiss. They, they, they wouldn't do stupid shit like that. But here's the deal. This guy that's like 10 times worse. Well, wait, how many times? 5 times worse than me because he paid like 10 grand.
His name's Tim Bream.
And no, Tim would do that for Ace and bang, but not. But anyway, so Gene's there signing the base, and they brought up the Avatar, and Gene said, "You like that?" And the guy, of course, "Yo, Gene, it's a great thing, greatest thing, blah blah blah." And Gene goes, "There's still work to be done." Like he's not happy with how it is. And they're talking about sinking $10 million into this thing. Yep, that's Tony Dio said on the last almost few live episodes. They're going to sink $10 million more into this thing. And what it is that they can play a show in New York and Japan on the same day. You know, they can do, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're going to scrap it because Kiss is about money. And they're not going to do something where they lose money. And this is a for sure fire bet. This is going to lose money. Who the fuck will go see a cartoon concert? Really? I mean, even the Kiss tards are against this shit. I've seen it.
Are they though?
Yes. I've seen people that thought the final show was awesome. You know, and they love Eric and Tommy and the makeup. They're Kiss tards. They're bona fide Kiss tards that all say, I don't know about this Avatar shit. I haven't seen one person say they liked it. I'm just telling you, man.
Well, what I do like about it though is I did see that, you were talking about the money they're sinking into this. I heard they're only using money that comes from Tommy and Eric's pension. They're not putting their own money into this. But I gotta say, I did not watch the final concert, but I watched footage from the night before. They did the 2-night thing at Madison Square Garden. Holy fucking shit, dude! That fucking guitar duo between Tommy and Paul. Did you see that?
Well, I saw the final show because somebody nice enough on the Rock and Metal Combat page bought the pay-per-view and aired it on our Facebook page.
Yeah.
So
they're not our friend. That's not a nice thing to do.
Well, actually, in his defense, he actually wrote me a private message saying if it was okay to do that. And I said, sure. I wasn't going to watch it. I was like, sure, put it up. I don't care. But that night, I had a lot of donations and shit. When I was done, I went online. I was like, let me check it out. And the show hasn't even started yet. They were interviewing people. But I watched that guitar part that you're talking about.
Yeah.
That shit was sad.
Yeah, I don't know about the final one, but the one from the night before, I watched somebody put up a clip. And I was like, let me watch this. Just it was like a 3-song thing. I think it was like Love Gun and God of Thunder and shit like that, or something other. And at the end was this guitar duo, and it was, painful. It was worse than any Paul Stanley vocal you could ever play. It was that bad, tuneless, talentless. I really felt bad. Like, this is how they're going out this fucking week. You gotta look it up. You gotta look it up on YouTube, because it is just so bad, so bad. And it was sad. I was actually sad seeing a band that, as much as I goof on them now, what they meant to me in my childhood, and this is how you go out. And you're like, ooh, look at this, oh my God. Oh my God, was it bad? It was so bad. The guitar tool, I think that's going to be called Fractured Mirror 7, and it's going to be on the new Ace Frehley album. It was so fucking terrible. But yeah, I don't get this Avatar shit. I mean, you could explain it to me all day, and I'd be like, huh, what? Um, who's gonna pay for this? Is there gonna be new Avatar music? I mean, Ralph don't even give a shit. He just got up and left. It's
Uh,
fucking terrible.
I'm still here. Dude, who the fuck? Look, man, I will say this. I mean, it's a positive thing about the Avatar. Better the Avatar than Scab Tips. That's all I can say.
And this is coming from a guy that likes Monster.
Love Monster.
Uh, I'm sorry. I should clarify that. Loves Monster. Um, I mean, again, has there been any kind of release like exactly what this is? I mean, is there going to be music? Is it just like you show up somewhere and watch this shit?
Yeah, I don't know. They haven't made that part clear at all.
The only and the thing that really scares me is, well, I think you're onto something here. Um, about the fans not reacting that great because I did see that they already released tour dates, and apparently they're opening up for the Flintstones.
I'll go.
So
I'm going in late for that show.
yeah. Wilma, I'll be there for that.
But hey, no Bam Bam, no Flintstones. My opinion.
Yeah, exactly. Um, I don't know. That's some fucking. But I will say this: it's not the way I want to see Kiss end, but it's what Kiss fans deserve. You deserve this shit. They're officially a fucking cartoon now.
Anybody listening to us would go see this crap.
Uh,
Comments if you would actually go see a Kiss Avatar show.
Mark Daly says I already have tickets.
And can you imagine the prices? They can't possibly charge a lot for that crap.
Who would go and where? I don't know. Let's get off of this. It's so sad. Goof Jackson says Carl Costin. It does suck in a good way. South Park is a show of my generation. I guess many generations. I was 12, turning 13 when it first debuted. What the fuck is an excellent episode? Karen says the Avatar thing is going to be pointless. Mark Daly says Kiss has had plenty of failures. Anyone remember arena football team that lasted one season? I mean, who gives a fuck about arena football to begin with? That shit's just fucking terrible.
But they also had a coffee house that failed.
Yeah.
They had a lot of shit that they put out there that failed.
Kyron says, yeah, Goof, just an awesome show. Goof says, I rewatch season 118 almost every year. Karen says, they should have quit 20 years ago. Mark Daly says, Gene and his bands that he's produced are complete failures. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, try listening to Black and Blue or Keel. That shit's fucking terrible. Agreed. Kiss should have stopped altogether in 2003 at the latest. Kyron Colston. I think Kyron Colston, Mark Daly, and the Goofer is all that's left. Who's watching this shit? Because that's all who's leaving questions. Let's see, 38 watching. Oh my god. What is Saturday Night Live on? Oh shit. All right, well let's see if we got some more news here. Dave released another song. Did you hear it?
Yeah, I didn't like it. But I will say it was better than the other crap, but it still wasn't good.
The Talking Christmas Blues?
Oh no, that one I didn't hear.
Yeah.
The one prior, he just released another new song not too long ago. That I thought it was better than what he's released so far, but it still wasn't that good. This whole John 5 thing sounds like an acoustic album.
Yeah. Biff Byford says Kiss should not do the Avatar stuff. I trust Biff Byford. Here we go. I know you don't give a flying fuck, but Sepultura announces they're doing their farewell tour to mark the band's 40th anniversary.
I'm happy. Very happy.
Yeah.
That's great.
I would go see it in a heartbeat. I do love the Derek Green era. Do you think there's any chance in hell of Max and Igor showing up at some point on this tour?
No,
And let me ask you this: do you think there could be something Kiss-esque here, where they do a farewell tour and it's like a farewell to the Derek Green era, and then there is a reunion tour with the Cavalieras?
I see that. Yes.
Okay.
They may
Black Sabbath. Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna say they may already have that plan and thought, all right, let's do a farewell and then we'll reunite with Max and Igor.
Yeah, that would make sense to me from a financial standpoint.
Idiots like you will go see it.
Oh yeah, I'll go see both of them. I'm an idiot. Black Sabbath's Tony Iommi and System of a Down Serge Tankian team for new charity single. Did you hear that?
No, and I don't want to hear it. I hate that Simpson down guy. And I know it's gonna suck.
D. Snyder says he wouldn't be surprised if Twisted Sister reunites this election year to champion some important causes. Okay.
D. Snyder actually said something where he doesn't look like a moron. Congratulations.
Yeah, well, he hasn't sang yet. Oh, speaking of fucking morons, oh my God. Did you hear the new Guns N' Roses single, The General?
I didn't make it all the way through. I had to turn it off. It was so bad. I think this may be, well, I don't know. That and that first one were pretty putrid. But man, I couldn't finish listening to this crap.
Damn, hold on a second here. I've got to. There we go. Oh my God, it was so bad. It was so bad. When it first started, I was like, okay, this is different. Let's see where it goes. I'm going to give it a chance. Oh my God, was that bad? I want to see these Guns N' Roses fucking nerds defend this shit, you know? And there's people out there that defend, you know, there's people I saw defending Perhaps and saying Perhaps was awesome. And then I actually looked at the comments on The General, and one guy called it the best song they've ever released. He's like, wow, how could a band this old release their greatest song ever now? Holy fucking shit, was that bad? These motherfuckers need fucking Izzy Stradlin like Ace Frehley needs the guitar player from Trickster. I'm telling you.
No, it's not going to help. It's like Kiss. Everybody's like, oh, get Gene, get Ace and Paul. Dude, have you heard Paul's voice? Have you heard Axel's voice lately? Not good.
Holy shit, that's some bad shit. That was
Izzy Stradlin released a really good song like 10 years ago that I just discovered.
yeah.
Vietnam, man, that song.
Yeah.
You know me, I'm not a Izzy, you know, I'm not like you that
Right.
Rolling Stones crap he did on Use Your Illusion. But
Yeah.
man, I like that Vietnam song he did. It was really good.
Yeah. Yeah, but man, it doesn't matter. You know, Guns N' Roses, that's totally the fucking. And even just because Slash and Duff are there, I guarantee you they make a fraction of what he makes. You know what I mean?
But
They're just hired guns.
yeah, but they make
No
way
pun intended.
they make way more than they do on the Miles Kennedy and Duff.
Oh yeah.
Duff
Oh
song.
yeah.
They make way more. They probably get paid really well, just not as well as Axel, but really.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure they get paid more than the other members of that band.
Oh yeah, but still, I mean, you got to look at the big. But Guns N' Roses are still playing huge shows, so yeah, they're making good money. But it's all going to Axel. Any decisions, any new music like that, it's all got to be Axel approved. You know, and they are just selling out. You know, it's like, you know, and I know Duff's all right. You know, Duff's a smart dude. He's got that Starbucks money and shit like that. You know, Slash is the one who really needed the money after that divorce and shit. That's the whole reason he's fucking back. You know. But Guns N' Roses, what a stupid fucking band. One good fucking album. One good fucking album. Let's see. What do we got here? Oh, here's an interesting question. Vincent Longo says favorite Steven Spielberg movie besides Jaws.
Oh, that's easy. Back to the Future, man.
He didn't direct that. He just
Oh,
produced it.
okay. Then
Robert Zemeckis directed that.
none. Now, I enjoyed Schindler's List. I'm sure there's a better one than that, but I did enjoy that movie.
Yeah.
What else did he do? Throw out some names.
Well, I was gonna say for my favorite besides Jaws would be Schindler's List or Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, that's a great one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would even put Private Ryan over Schindler's List.
Oh, it's a tough one. I mean, Schindler's List is one of those. God, I can't watch that shit without fucking crying. But I mean, just what a beautiful the way it was filmed, the black and white and everything, just gorgeous. But man, Save It Private Ryan too.
That was a
Oh,
brutal killing scene.
oh, the opening to that.
Yeah, with the
And
hole through the
oh
the metal hat that guy was wearing.
man, I don't know if I ever mentioned this before, but my grandfather was supposed to be at Normandy, and the ship he was on broke, and they had to stop and pull over, or I probably wouldn't fucking be here. But man, think of all the lives lost at fucking Normandy. Holy shit, and the way he filmed it, and I love the way he did it because to me it wasn't like it wasn't glorified violence. It was showing you the truth of war. Like how brutal that shit is, and Jesus Christ, that whole movie's a fucking masterpiece. But yeah, there's a lot of Steven Spielberg movies I could give two shits less about. Jaws is a masterpiece, but you know, fucking Close Encounters, I don't think is all that. It's
No,
all right.
I didn't like that much. It was all right, but it was not great.
E.T.
Yeah,
E.T. I could give two fucks about.
that
You know to the,
that didn't age well.
to this day, I remember when I saw E.T. The line was so long that I got the movie had already started when me and my grandpa got in the theater. I have never in my life rewatched E.T. since I saw it originally in '82.
It was
I
it,
thought,
it was the biggest movie of the time.
oh yeah, it was fucking huge. Yeah, and people hated the thing but loved E.T. I don't get it, but no, Steven Spielberg makes a lot of fucking crap. His new shit's fucking terrible and shit. But I mean, he's talented. I just think he picks the wrong. He picks too like safe of shit to do.
He can
And
do whatever the fuck he wants. He did Jaws.
yeah, no, and but that's the thing. There was a comment. There was something he was talking about that he wanted to do, and he said he couldn't do it because he's Steven Spielberg. Like it was something like like he wants to do a dark horror movie, but he's like, I can't. I'm Steven Spielberg.
That's
You
idiotic.
know. Yeah, but well, I guess okay. And again, Schindler's List, fucking Saving Private Ryan, but also Raiders of the Lost Ark. Man, love
Oh,
that
that's
shit.
great. I loved it.
You got to remember. So I mean, he did some great shit, but all in all, he's no fucking Scorsese. I mean, let's get honest. Let's see here. All right. I tell you, between it being 54.6 degrees in here and all this beer, I got to piss again. Talk to these good people,
Yeah,
and then I'll come back with some questions. Um, let's see. After the Spielberg, Jimmy James Schwartz says he can't wait for Sepultura Avatar. That's funny. Um, okay, here's one for you, Goof Jackson. Ralph, will you see Jag Panzer on tour if they come close enough to you?
Of course. I saw Jack Panther once. Was it? Yeah, I saw Jack Panther in 2000. one maybe at a festival in Tampa called Sun and Steel, and I believe it was Matthew Broderick who was on guitar. And yeah, of course I'd go see it. I got a picture with the singer of Jag Panzer Conklin, Harry Conklin or something like that. Because I saw the Three Tremors, which was Sean Peck from the amazing band Cage and also Death Dealer, Ripper Owens, Tim Ripper Owens, and the Conklin guy, the Three Tremors. So I went to go see that. I got a picture with Conklin. Got a picture with all three. But yes, of course, if they played anywhere from West Palm Beach down from me, I'd go see it. I'd drive up to 2 hours to go see Jag. So the answer is, of course, and it's one of my favorite albums this year, The Hallowed. And I thank you, Jackson, for getting me. It's fucking awesome. So yes, the answer is yes, I would go.
All right. Hannah Montana says, by far the worst GNR song ever, along with Perhaps. I also didn't listen to it all the way through.
Well, you guys never heard My World?
You better step into my world. Mark Daly says, just have Slash write some songs. I really like Slash's Snake Pit. Didn't mind the first album. Ron Dirtmet says Schindler's List, and he also mentioned Close Encounters. I don't think Close Encounters has aged well.
Yeah, no, I didn't even like it back then.
Yeah.
I saw it new in the theater.
Yeah. Goof Jackson, again. Ian, well, what's your favorite Aqua Teen Hunger Force episode? Mine is Robots Everywhere, the one where Carl tricks Shake into taking his cursed shirt. The whole story, he tells Shake to take it. God, hard to pick a favorite Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I will say I love the new movie that just came out. I forget what the fuck it's called. That shit was fucking hilarious. Love Aqua Teen. Mark Daly says, how about the Indiana Jones movies by Spielberg? Those were cool. We both agree. Damn it did it again. Where was I? Geronimo,
Yoalmo.
That's what I said. He said, I've always thought GNR the most overrated band ever. Yeah. Goof Jackson says the Gorn Lord. Kyron says, I haven't listened to the new GNR song, nor will I ever be interested in it. Yeah, save yourself. Dirt Mitts, my favorite TV show is Small Wonder. I love some Small Wonder when I was a kid.
You guys are retarded.
Well, no, what's crazy though is I don't know. Dirt Mitts, you got to write in here. What's your age? It's hard to say because, dude, you look like fucking Gandalf, and that's awesome. Dude, have you ever seen a picture of Dirt Mitts? Dude, he's got this beautiful head of gray hair and this long ass fucking beard and shit. But I just think you're older than me, but you could be younger. But that'd be funny if he's like, even older and he still says Small Wonders is his favorite TV show. That's hilarious.
Small Wonders was terrible. It was like the grunt of a joke back then because it was one of those shows like Charles in Charge, which it wasn't like on a big network.
Right.
Like a sitcom on some, crappy network.
Well, Charles in Charge, I think initially was on CBS, and then it got canceled after one season and went into syndication. Whereas Small Wonder was always like, where I grew up in Chicago, it was on the Fox network, like when Fox first started out, so you might as well be syndication.
It was terrible. Little robot.
Oh, yeah. Terrible. Terrible shit. I love it. Terrible, though. Kyron Colston says, thoughts on Twilight Zone movie. Loved it. I'm a huge Twilight Zone fan.
Yeah. I mean, I like the show more, but it was good.
Yeah. I love Twilight Zone. I love Night Gallery. Me and Mrs. Wadzilla watch that shit all the time.
What's your favorite Twilight Zone episode?
Man, that's a tough one. There's so many good ones, but I'm very partial to Burgess Meredith when he's obsessed with reading books. Book. And breaks his glasses and shit. Yeah, that's an awesome one. Of course, the one with Shatner and the guy on the wing is great. I like the one with the old lady the astronauts that land on the plane, like the big lady and stuff. That's a great one. So many classic ones, man. I love
My
Twilight. So
my favorite is you're a bad man. You're a
yeah,
bad man. I'm gonna throw you in the cornfield.
yeah. I
Jack
like the one.
Leonard. What was his name? Billy Mooney? Mooney?
Yeah, Mooney. Yeah,
He grew up and did fish heads.
yeah. Uh, I like the one where God, it's something on something street where they think the aliens are attacking and all the neighbors turn on each
Yeah,
other.
yeah.
I love anything that's like paranoia shit like that. You know, like that's why I love the thing so much is like when you don't trust the person next to you and how paranoia can fuck with you and shit.
You ever see the one of the old lady that was afraid of the Grim Reaper? You ever see that one?
Yeah, I think yeah, that's what Robert Redford was
Robert
death in that.
Redford. She
Yeah.
let Robert Redford in, and at the end of the episode,
Yep.
you find
Yep.
out Robert Redford was the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, great shit. And
That was
for anybody who doesn't know, the Sci-Fi Network on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, all they do is show Twilight Zone. So that's a good marathon to watch.
I bought the Blu-ray box set.
Oh, yeah, it's awesome. I love it. Kyron Colson says, I like Gilby Clarke's solo album, Pawn Shop Guitars was a great album. I'm laughing, but I never listened to it, but I was so like, Gilby Clarke, get the fuck out of here. Gilby Clarke was like Tommy Thayer before Tommy Thayer. I don't know. I don't know. I think I don't know. Even more of a Tommy Thayer would be that guy they got now that looks just like Izzy. You know, but Gilby Clarke, get the fuck out of here, Gilby Clarke. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I like that album.
Yeah,
Kyron's
we never really heard what Gilby Clarke can do. All he did was a higher gun. That's all I know him for.
yeah, I think all he played on was Spaghetti Incident.
And that doesn't count because it's crap.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah. So I don't know. Maybe it is good. I think I have it. Never listened to it. Karen Colson says I also like the first Slash of Snake. But I was a big fan of that album.
I saw that before. I saw that band with that.
Oh, really? With the guy from Jellyfish singing
Yeah,
and stuff?
yeah, they played the Cameo Theater.
How was it?
It was great. It was really good, actually.
Awesome. Let's see. Mark Daly says Twilight Zone movie was really good. Yeah, I agree. Goof Jackson says Chris Broderick rules.
That's the guy from
He
Jack.
was in Megadeth, and he was in some power metal bands
He
too,
was
right?
Jack, not that power metalish.
Yeah, Jack.
Well, in the realm.
Yeah, Jag Panzer. I've never heard Jag Panzer, but every time I hear the name, I just think Pansy, and it kind of deters me from checking it out. You like them though? They're good shit.
Love them. I love them.
Are they power metal?
Kinda. Not 100%. More traditional. I think my favorite album of this year is their new album. Well, that and Raven. I don't know. That Raven album's
Okay, I need to check both of those out. Then I'll check. I'll give it a. If you like it, I'll check it out. Mark Daly says yes. Martin Scorsese, far better director. Goof Jackson says yeah. Harry Conlon.
yeah,
Do
that's
you
the
mean
singer.
Harry? Oh,
That's the
okay.
Black Panther.
Okay. Vincent Longo. Oh yeah. Scorsese bruises Spielberg. Mark Daly says what the fuck did he say? Goodfellas, Cape Fear, Raging Bull. Yeah, yeah. Scorsese all day. Oh,
I watched Raging Bull the other day, first time in like 20.
oh,
I haven't seen
love,
the movie in so long. God,
dude. I need to watch it. I got the 4K and I haven't watched it yet. Did you
so
fuck my wife?
such a yeah.
Did you fuck my wife? That's entertainment.
What
I
a
need
what a
I
great
need to watch that. I love that
movie
shit.
is awesome.
Dirtmouth says Last Voyage of the Demeter was a good new horror movie that came out last year, and Talk to Me was good. I don't know about Talk to Me. I really wanted to see that Last Voyage of Demeter. it's basically they take a snippet out of the Dracula book, and it's all about the boat that he took, uh, from Transylvania to London and shit. And he kills everybody on the boat, and it's kind of a small section in the original novel, but they stretch it. The whole movie's about that voyage where he kills everybody on the ship. And I heard mixed things about it, but I wanted to see it. So thank you, Dermot. I'll check that out. And let me know your age. God damn it. Uh, Kyron Colston says, "What about Francis Ford Coppola?" Um, I've never seen a director fall in my life more than Francis Ford Coppola. His shit in the 70s is some of the best shit ever made. And I like some of the 80s stuff, but it's like, I think Apocalypse Now killed him. I just watched Apocalypse Now the other day, and it's just like, God damn, this just moves up on my list. I think about the top five, and of course, Jaws is always going to be there. Godfather 1 and 2, uh, but fucking Apocalypse Now, God damn, is that shit good? But then he turned into Peggy Sue Got Married and Gardens of Stone. I don't know, but Francis Ford Coppola in the 70s, amazing.
He did
And
Taxi,
Brian,
right?
what's that?
Did Taxi Driver?
That's Scorsese.
Oh, okay, that's a fucking great movie too.
Yeah, love it. But yeah, just fucking amazing. But yeah, Scorsese, Coppola, they're on a whole nother level than Spielberg. I mean, Spielberg's good, but like in a Walt Disney sort of way, like a vanilla white people way, and but he did Jaws, so it's like a permanent pass.
To
What are you
me,
gonna
that's the
do?
greatest movie ever made. Ever made.
Yeah, it's a perfect fucking movie. Daly said Coppola is another one. Hannah Montana says, "Are you a fan of any Y&T after Contagious?"
20 was okay. And what was the one with the beast on the cover? That was pretty good too. Some
Feel the Heat or something like that.
breather or fuck.
Face the Heat. I don't know.
No, I forgot. But that was okay. But to me, dude, it's that trilogy. Fucking Earthshaker, Black Tiger, Mean Street. That's to me.
Yeah, I need to go back and listen to those. I think what really threw me off to Y&T was the similarity between. I'm sorry, I hear it, but I guess you don't.
Weird, I don't. You do hear
Yeah, the similarity between his voice and Sammy Hagar's voice. But I thought that stupid one with the robot, that fucking album sucks. In Rock We Trust.
Oh yeah. That's when they started. See that was the problem with a million bands back there.
Yeah.
They it's record company pressure.
Yeah, that Summertime Girls I think is fucking horrible.
That is, dude, that song is hated by Y&T fans. Y&T
Good.
fans hate Summertime Girls.
But I also know there's a lot of fans that hate Contagious, and I ain't gonna lie, I love that song.
No, I didn't like it.
I love it.
Sound like
But
Bon Jovi.
but I'll never forget when I was doing my radio show, I had somebody ask for Y&T. So I actually just, because I download, if I get a band, I get their whole discography. Whether I get around to listen to it or not is another thing. But they said, play a Y&T. So I'm like, well, let me go back and, I'll pick one of the ones that seems to be in high esteem. So I picked Earthshaker. And I'm just looking at song titles. I'm looking at one that, something that sticks out at me. And it was Dirty Girl. And I played it, live on the radio show. I'd never heard it in my life before. That song kicks so much ass. Oh my God, do I love the riff? I love everything about that song. I'm like, oh my God, is this good? Like, how is this the same band that did fucking, Summertime Girls,
There's no Y&T song that sounds like Summertime Girls.
Yeah. Well, then I need to check more of them out, and and I'm all for it. Dave Mazzucchelli, all these health struggles he's had, and most of his bands died. You know,
All
like
of it,
all
all of it.
yeah. But I'm pulling for the guy. I'm pulling. He seems like a really cool dude.
I
You
met
know.
him. I met him once. He was super nice. And
Yeah. So I'm pulling for. I need to go check out. I need to be less
uh,
biased.
there's a really cool documentary I bought from Y&T. And in the documentary, they talk about how terrible Summertime Girls is.
Oh,
How it
awesome.
became a hit, and Dave McKinney was like, not happy with that song. They weren't, none of the band members were happy with that song. But
Yeah.
it's their biggest hit.
Yeah.
I've seen Y&T like 2 or 3 times after they released that song, like many years later. I've never seen them play it. I've never seen them
It's
play Summertime Girls. It's not even on their set list anymore.
good. Goof Jackson says it's hard. I don't know what that's in reference to. And he also says I didn't like the new movie. I don't know what that's in reference to.
Talking about the Who album.
The what?
The Who album. It's hard.
Oh, oh. Ron Dertman said I didn't really like it. It's so bad it's good. I don't know what that is. He says he misses, and then Dertman says he misses Twilight Zone marathons. Well, I mean that's like an every year thing on Sci-Fi.
You know,
Uh,
when we got hurt, we got hit by Hurricane Andrew.
yeah,
We didn't have electricity for like over a month, and I had a TV with batteries. And
yeah,
Channel 2 PBS down here had Twilight Zone marathons. Well,
nice.
sweating my ass off, dying, of the heat. See, I was watching this little TV. I would just watch Twilight Zone that whole time.
Let's see, Kyron Colston. This is funny. Kyron, you must be young. He says, "Have you guys ever seen the movie Apocalypse Now?" Yeah, one of the greatest movies of all time. My favorite war movie of all time. And then he says, "Twilight Zone is one of the greatest TV shows of all time, in my opinion. My favorite would be the Doll episode." Dirtman says the Civil War episode with all the dead people walking to heaven. That's another good one.
That doll episode, you're talking about Talking Tina,
Yeah,
Telly Savalas.
yeah.
That was a good one. I'm
Furioso.
talking Tina, and I'm gonna kill you.
Furioso says great album, that Gilby Clark album. Okay. Travis Brett is here. Hey guys, just got home from work. Excited to start my own podcast soon with Charles Trainer and Joseph Staub. Shameless plug, LOL.
Yes,
Hey, get
it's gonna be called "What's the Story," and I'm gonna guest on that show. I look forward to it.
awesome. Awesome. Yeah, guys, hit me up. I'll do a guest spot too.
Yeah, yeah.
I love all you guys and wish you nothing but the best. Ron Dirtman's 56. Okay. So he's right in between you and me, Ralph.
Yeah, yeah, he's younger than me. He's a baby.
Yeah, and that's where he always wanted to be, right between you and me. I'm gonna be 50 in May. Your birthday's in February, right?
Yeah.
Is it 60 this year?
I'm gonna be 59 next year.
Oh, 59 this year. Okay. I've already got your birthday card. I'm waiting to send it to you.
Right on.
Can't wait. Kendall B. Ralph, is KK's Priest latest album in your top 5 of 23?
Definitely. Definitely.
Okay.
Top three. I'd say Raven, Jag Panzer, and KK's Priest are my 3 top albums of this year.
Right, awesome.
Knockin' I really liked a lot.
Dermot says Face Melter. That's the Y&T album we were talking about with the dragon.
Face Melter, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Mark Daly says, "How about a new band release from the birth of heavy metal Birmingham, England, Margarita Witch Cult? Really good band." I think I've heard of them.
I think I did a track by track of them. I think it was Chuck Charles that donated for that. I think I did do that.
Did you like it?
I think I did. It's been a while. I think I
I'm
did.
kind of like I can see an album cover in my mind, but I don't know if I think I have it, but I haven't listened to it. They're from Birmingham. Fuck yeah, I'll check it out. Mark Daly, good luck with the podcast, Travis. It should be really good because Chuck Charles and Joseph will bring a lot to the table. I agree. Chuck Charles is going to bring all the booze, and Joseph Stobbs got a lot of knowledge. Uh, fuck yeah. Happy for you guys.
Yeah, man.
Uh,
Gonna be on there. What's the story? Is the name of the podcast.
right on. Goof Jackson. Ian, have you checked out Ample Destruction? The first before the other Jag Panzers album,
No,
traditional metal.
he wouldn't like it.
Oh, you don't think so?
No, you'd hate it.
They became power metals in the 90s. They still never gave up their traditional metal roots. I'll check it out.
I love that.
Uh,
He got me that.
Wor-
I love it. You know, I'll tell you a funny story about the vinyl he got me. That album was bootlegged by somebody, and they made a cover, a bootleg cover. Jag Panther got the bootleg cover and put it on one of their reissues. It's a cool cover.
Kyron Colston says, worst movie of the 90s.
Oh God, I don't know. I think every movie of the '90s, other than Goodfellas and Casino, sucked. I mean, that I can think of.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, there's a lot of good 90s movies, I would say, like Casino and Goodfellas and Tarantino's output.
Yeah.
There's some horrible shit. I don't know, like Dude, Where's My Car? That might be 2000s. I don't know. Uh, yeah, I don't know. 90s was kind of there was a lot of good shit in the 90s. There was a lot of especially after like everybody jumping on Tarantino bandwagon, like doing more violent, like earthy kind of shit. But
I'll
yeah,
tell you, the '80s, any movie made by that guy that did Weird Science. What was that?
oh, John Hughes.
Every movie he's done, I hate. Everyone.
Uh, uh, Mark Daly says worst movie of the '90s was Wild Wild West. That's my favorite Will Smith movie.
I don't think I've seen it.
Loved it. Loved the original TV show from the '60s, and
Yeah, Robert Conrad.
yeah, Robert Conrad. I would say one of the worst I saw in the '90s was the movie that made Will Smith a star, Independence Day. I thought
Yeah,
Independence Day sucked ass.
I saw it in the theater and it was horrible.
I remember a bunch of people I worked with were all going to. We worked second shift, and they were all going to see like a preview screening before work, and I was like, with that Fresh Prince motherfucker, I'm like, fuck that shit. And I finally got around to seeing it. I thought it sucked. Dirtman says Scrooged is a good Christmas movie. I love Scrooge. Love Bill Murray.
I loved Austin Power movies.
Yeah, Austin Power movies were good. Favorite Harvey Keitel role? Oh man.
Bad,
What's that?
Bad Lieutenant.
Bad Lieutenant's amazing. Mean Streets is amazing. I would say probably most underrated that a lot of people don't know is fucking God damn it. The one with him and Richard Pryor and Yaphet Kado. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm having a brain fart here. It was written and directed by Paul Schrader, who wrote Taxi Driver. Oh my god, I can't.
He
believe
was
I'm
awesome in Taxi Driver too.
Yeah, oh yeah, awesome in Taxi Driver. God damn, what's the movie? It's about these guys. They all work at Ford in Detroit. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm having a brain fart on that.
Comments.
Yeah, leave it in the comments. God damn it.
Somebody
Great movie.
just Google Harvey Keitel and Richard Pryor.
Yeah, and Yaphet Kado. But yeah,
Don't put Yaphet Kado. They won't know how to spell
that's. Mark Daly says another bad one was Vanilla Ice, Cool as Ice. That's so bad, it's awesome.
Dude, I love that movie. Oh, yeah. No, don't get it wrong. It's horrible. I think I put the news segment up today about Brian May talking about Vanilla Ice controversy.
Yeah.
And I described it as a thing. I knew about Cold as Ice since it came out, but I never seen it. And these
Yeah.
decades come by, and I tell my friend Willie, who likes stupid movies, dude, I want to see Cold as Ice. He goes, dude, don't. That shit was not even, bad good. And I never saw it. Then finally, I saw it like 2 years ago. Dude, I fucking loved it. It was so bad that I watched it again the next day. I haven't watched it like in 2 years, but I plan on popping it in again because I thought it was just so bad.
I think Kino Lorber put out like a special edition on Blu-ray, and all I can say is you need to drop that zero and get with the hero.
Yup, yup.
Yup.
How many times did he say yup, yup in the movie? Take a shot every time he says yup, yup.
Oh, yeah. Oh, don't you threaten me with a drinking game in a movie.
Yup.
Vincent Longo says, Ralph, even planes, trains, and automobiles you hate? John Hughes wrote that.
Oh, fuck. He did one good movie. Okay. I do enjoy that one. I did like. He did that?
Yeah.
Oh, did he also do Uncle Buck? I like that one too.
Uncle Buck, yep.
I liked Uncle Buck. All right. So he did a few.
I took.
Neither the ones I hate. Number one, without a doubt, the Karen movie of the 80s, Breakfast Club.
Oh, love it.
16 Candles.
Love it.
Horrible. Weird Science.
Love it.
Bill Paxton's the only good part of that movie. And what was another one?
You stewed buttwad.
I love Bill Paxton. Yeah, he's great. Are you liking a ashtray? God, what an amazing underrated actor.
Oh,
I saw for the first time because it's in my DVD collection. I don't know who gave it to me. A movie called Near Dark.
Oh, love Near Dark.
Oh my God, was it awesome! And of course, Bill Paxton stole that movie.
Oh, that bar room scene is the best, where he's got the fucking spurs on his boots and cuts the guy's throat and shit.
Finger licking good.
They're supposed to put that out on 4K later this year. I can't wait to get it. Great movie. Catherine Bigelow directed it. Real good movie. Yeah. Let's see. Travis Peretta says, favorite album of 1969 aside from Abbey Road and Let It Bleed?
The first Led Zeppelin album.
Probably, yeah. Yep.
Led Zeppelin 2 came out that year too, and I don't know which one I like more.
2. It's overplayed, but 2.
Yeah, probably slightly 2, but yeah, I'm going to say 1 and 2 is my favorite. 69.
Yeah. Kyron Colston, favorite Christmas movie besides A Christmas Story and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. There are tons of great Christmas movies. Let me go first here and say Christmas Vacation sucks ass. I noticed that with people who are younger than me. They think Christmas Vacation is a great movie. All of the vacation movies suck besides Vacation, the first one.
The first one's great.
Yeah, European Vacation sucks. Christmas Vacation sucks. Vegas Vacation, I've never seen. I refuse to watch it after Christmas Vacation. I do not get the love for Christmas Vacation. If you've ever seen the original Vacation, how can you like the other shit? A Christmas Story is the ultimate Christmas movie, in my opinion, and all others pale in comparison. And I'm not a big Christmas movie fan, and we all know how I feel about Christmas music. It sucks. I don't care if David Lee Roth, and apparently he just released a Christmas single. Fuck that shit. Christmas music sucks.
Hey,
and I don't hate Christmas, just the goddamn music and the movies.
And people that out there that say that Die Hard is a Christmas movie, then that means Rocky wasn't only a Christmas movie, it was a Thanksgiving movie. Eat the bird in the fucking alleyway. Burt Young. So Rocky is my favorite Christmas movie.
And we lost Burt Young this year. I don't know if we ever mentioned that.
I don't know if we mentioned it, but man, that guy was awesome.
Ralph, have you ever seen the movie?
I love Burt Young in The Sopranos. Remember when he was in The Sopranos?
Yeah. He played Bobby Bacala's dad.
Yeah.
I love Burt Young in Amityville 2: The Possession.
That was a great movie. Probably one of
The
the.
best Amityville movie by far.
I was about to say that is like, as far as sequels go, that was better than the original.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, best one by far. And funny story, since we're talking about Christmas Story, I saw a Christmas Story and Amityville 3D in the same day. Me and my dad went to see a matinee of A Christmas Story, and then we went back at night to see Amityville 3D, which sucked. Um, Ralph, have you ever seen the movie Wild Thing from 1987? Great movie. I
I'm,
believe Jonathan Demme did that. I think it's Jeff Daniels and somebody else. I never seen it, but I know of it.
I don't think I've seen it.
Travis Peretta, Ian, do you like King Crimson in the Court of the Kings and Crim? Yes, I love King Crimson. Good shit.
I like
That's
I have that greatest hits album. I like that stuff.
yeah.
20th century.
And King Crimson's kind of a weird band. They've got a lot of different eras and different sounds, but it's all progressive, but good progressive to me. Not horrible progressive like fucking most Dream Theater albums.
Yes.
Ron Dirtman's proven he is a fucking genius again. Mentioned Frailty with Bill Paxton and Matthew McConaughey. Good movie. Strike that. It's a great movie. Bill Paxton, I believe, directed it as well. I don't know if he wrote it, but I know he directed it. An amazing, amazing movie. Check out Frailty. By far, you love.
Did you know that Bill Paxton, before he was famous, was best friends with Mike Muir of Suicidal Tendencies?
I did not know that.
They were best friends.
Thank you, Mark Daly. You finally proved yourself useful. Blue Collar. God damn, I cannot believe I couldn't remember. That's the Harvey Keitel movie about the auto workers. Great ones. Hannah Montana. Are you a fan of Keanu Reeves' band Dog Star? No.
I haven't heard it.
No. Vincent Longo says, hell yeah, Bill Paxton. Game over, man. Game over. Fucking aliens.
He stole aliens too. He
Yeah.
stole that movie as well.
And let's settle this once and for all. Aliens is a good movie, but it's not as good as Alien.
Oh no, but you gotta admit it's better than T2.
Yeah. And Terminator 1's better than T2.
And by the way, this is a little controversial because I've heard people say Bill Paxton was killed by the Terminator, the Predator, and Alien. Right?
Yeah.
If you watch that scene of Terminator throws him against the cage and he falls. Could have probably just knocked him out.
Yeah. It's not definite, but probably.
Probably, but he got fucked up by all three. Let's put it that way.
Goof Jackson says Christmas Vacation rules. Yeah, well, you're wrong. He says 16 Candles sucks. Well, Ralph agrees with you. I say you're wrong. And then here's something he says that totally sucks. I don't know. You might like this shit, but you want to talk about a fucking horrible fucking shit show. He says Trans-Siberian Orchestra rules. That shit's fucking horrible.
It's I've heard worse, but no. I prefer Sabotage, man. And I'm talking about pre-Gutter Ballet Sabotage, where I do like some of Gutter Ballet. I do like a little bit of everything from, Dead Winter Dead, Full of Rain. But dude, Hall of Mount King to Dungeons, take out, Sirens, and take out Fight for the Rock, because that was garbage.
Yeah. I tell you what, Gutter Ballet is one of the worst fucking albums I've ever heard in my life, and that's better than Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Goof Jackson says, yeah, Gremlins would be considered a Christmas movie. Fuck yeah, Gremlins rules. I love Gremlins.
That one's okay. It's a cute movie with the ugly and the little Gizmo. Was that his name?
Yeah, Gizmo, yeah.
That was cute.
Funny, I don't know if you know Gizmo, voiced by who's that horrible comedian that's germaphobe? Howie Mandel.
Oh yeah,
Howie Mandel. Yeah.
I never liked Howie Mandel.
All right, hold on here. Disobedient Dale, Rambo, First Blood, and Trading Places, my favorite Christmas films.
Oh wow, First Blood.
Yeah, yep. Trading Places is a great Christmas movie, and First Blood, probably one of the best Rambo movie. I mean, the best Stallone movies ever. I'll take First Blood over Rocky.
Nah, I can't because of
I,
nostalgia. You know,
yeah, no, I get it, but First Blood's fucking amazing.
yeah, I would put it. I don't know, man. I put it as my fourth favorite. The first three Rocky movies, then First Blood.
Yeah, I'd take Rhinestone over Rocky 4. I love Rhinestone.
I love Rhinestone.
I know we talked about this before. You and me are like the only two people who love Rhinestone.
That
and
movie,
you know,
yeah.
There's been no Blu-ray release of it. You cannot get it on streaming services or anything. I love Rhinestone.
I gotta get
directed by Bob Clark, who did the Porky's movies and A Christmas Story.
I thought Sylvester Stallone did good comedy in that movie.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. Mark Daly, cool facts about Burt Young. He served in the Marine Corps and was a boxer.
I knew that.
Awesome.
Of course.
Dirt Mitts proving how cool he is again. The Hitcher is one of the most suspenseful movies ever. I love The Hitcher. A 4K movie of that, 4K version of that is coming out this year from Second Sight Films. They're a British company, so if it'll probably be like a 4K Blu-ray. So if you get that, if you don't live in the UK, you have to have a region-free player to watch the Blu-ray. But 4Ks are region-free, so you'll be good. The Hitcher fucking rules.
I think The Hitcher is an awesome popcorn flick. But it's very unrealistic, man. Come on. The shit that Rucker Howard did in that movie, come on. It's physically impossible. But
I love it.
I'm not bashing it. I'm just saying it's a great movie to suspend your reality in, you know, because what happens in that movie would never happen in real life.
I dig it.
Problem. What was his problem with C.W. Howard, man? Leave the kid alone. I mean, what the fuck?
He's a dick. My dad met C. Thomas Howell, said he was a cocksucker.
Really?
Yeah. My dad did a movie with C. Thomas Howell and Jamie Lee Curtis and Patrick Swayze called Grandview, USA. And there was a rap party afterwards. He said everybody was doing fucking blow. And I have a picture of my dad with Jamie Lee Curtis. It's all she got her arm around him and her hand in his shirt and stuff. She signed an autograph for me. It was funny because he said, "Will you sign an autograph for my son? His name's Ian." And he went to spell it, and he said she looked at him like, "I know how to spell Ian." But Ian wasn't a big name here back then. You know, it's a little bit more popular now. But he said she was cool as shit. Said Swayze was cool, but C. Thomas Howell said was the biggest fucking prick. You know, he was like 19 and thought his shit didn't stink. And I like his I love Soul Man. You know.
I hated that one. Did you ever see? This was a great movie, man, and it was a TV movie with Michael J. Fox and
Midnight Madness.
No, Something USA.
Oh, High School USA.
Is that the name of it? Dude,
yeah, I love it.
That scene where they ruined the car, they fucked up the car, and Bob Denver, Gilligan,
yep.
And they got him drunk, and then they put him in the car drunk, and they like hit him like they got in a car accident. He's like, "Oh my god!" And he's like, he thought he fucked up his car with it. That was a funny movie, man.
See, that's a funny thing. In the 70s, we had Battle of the Network Stars. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
That was awesome. But in the 80s, they would all make these TV movies and shit. You know, that would be all the washed up actors in one TV movie. Yeah, High School USA kicks ass.
Yeah.
Dirtman says, Alien, probably my favorite movie ever, perfection. Yeah, Alien is fucking amazing.
Dude, that first Alien never gets old.
And the
aged well.
The thing that's great about that is again, like, you know, I talked about you know, the thing with the paranoia and stuff. And it's kind of like just the suspense of the first Alien. You know, you've only got one alien, you've got a certain amount of people, but you're invested in every character. And, you know, like, how do they defeat this guy? They're not soldiers. This motherfucker bleeds acid. I mean, and the effects stand up and everything. The story is good. Yeah, Alien kicks ass. Kyron Colson says my favorite movie of all time is The Crow. I love The Crow. Not my favorite movie of all time, but I love it.
I did not like it.
Let's see here. God damn it. Jumped up. McSorley fan says I love 16 Candles. Don't hate Breakfast Club, but I do feel it's overrated. Nope. Goof Jackson says Trans Siberian Orchestra does play Sabotage stuff live. Who gives a fuck? Hershey Squirts. You guys haven't seen Wild Things from '87. Robert Davi from The Goonies. I love Robert Davi. And Saint Chick from the Doors movie. You should check it out. It's up both your alleys. I think it's a Jonathan Demme movie. I'll check it out. McSorley fan. Gremlins is a great Christmas movie. Vincent Longo says First Blood is my favorite movie, along with The Thing and Escape from New York. Oh, those are all three great movies.
You know, it's an awesome movie, very underrated, and not a lot of people know about it. Oh man, what's the name of it now? Was it Breakdown with Kurt Russell?
Yeah.
Dude, that movie's awesome.
That's a good one.
That just came and went. But my God, that's a great successful movie.
Actually, me and Mrs. Wadzilla saw that in high school.
Oh,
we went to go see that. Yeah.
Great movie.
Let's see. Mark Daly, how about Silent Night, Deadly Night for a Christmas movie? Controversial, and some theaters banned it. I actually saw that in the theaters, and in my town, it was only in the theaters for 1 week before it got banned. And I loved it. It's great.
I saw it on HBO or cable movie channel, and I loved it. It was cool.
Ooh, Kyron Coles. Oh, now you're tugging at my heartstrings. He says, have you ever seen the movie The Wildlife? I believe Eddie Van Halen composed the soundtrack to the film. I absolutely love The Wildlife. It's considered like a quasi sequel to, or should I say, a spiritual sequel to Fast Times at Ridgemont High. I love it. I have the soundtrack on vinyl. Saw it at the theaters, and it took forever for that movie to get released on Blu-ray because of the music rights and everything. Absolutely love it. Love it.
I didn't see it.
Oh, great movie. Great movie. Who's in that? Who's the redheaded guy? God damn it. Eric
Stoltz.
Yeah, Eric Stoltz is in it. Chris Penn, Rick Moranis, bunch of people in it, man. It's a really good one. And Eddie's soundtrack is amazing. There's songs on it that became songs on different kind. Yeah. It's really good.
I'll tell you something controversial.
What's that?
Something I fucking hate. But if it wasn't for Rick Moranis, who I think was the only good thing about it, I can't stand Ghostbusters.
I like Ghostbusters.
Not a fan. But Rick Moranis was great in it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's hilarious.
Only thing I liked about it.
Strange Brew, baby. I love Strange Brew.
Strange Brew is like the Cheech and Chong of beer. Bob and Mackenzie, whatever that.
Yeah, Bob and Doug McKenzie.
I own that on DVD. I love that.
Disobedient Dale says, Hobo with a Shotgun and Blade Runner, great films. I love both of those.
Yeah, I like them both. Especially, I love Hobo and the Shotgun.
Yeah, that was some good shit.
I think that was the last Rutger Hauer movie.
Let's see. Josh H. I'm a few minutes behind the stream, but I agree with Ian. I've never been able to fully get into Y&T because the voice sounds like a Manley or Sammy Hagar to me. Okay, I get that. Ian, what album that you suffered through the most reviewing for RMC podcast? That's a tough one, man, because we listen to some fucking shitty fucking records.
For me.
Yeah, man, we've done like fucking almost 400 episodes, so that's a hard one. I'll tell you one that I was most disappointed in, though. I'm sure there's probably worse. But one I was really disappointed in um, was when Ralph suggested a REO Speedwagon album to me, and he said, "Look, I know you don't like them, but check this one out." And I had the utmost faith in Ralph. I thought like, okay, he knows me, he knows what I like, and he says, "Hey, this is the one." I'm like, there might be something good to it because there are some REO. I mean, Riding the Storm Out, I fucking love. I mean, there's some good REO songs. So I thought it'd be something I'd really like, and I can't remember the name of the album, but it was fucking horrendous.
I
It was
probably told you let's do this album because you were talking about how you like Riding the Storm Out. I think that album is full of Riding the Storm Outs. But hey,
oh
you didn't like it. But funny story, the song Heavy on Your Love, the opening track, I was gushing about it on Facebook, and
yeah
Kevin Cronin liked it. I was like, oh shit,
oh
that's awesome.
nice.
He didn't
Yeah, I'm sure there's worse albums I listen to than that, but that's one like I really thought like, okay, well Ralph knows me, so there must be something. It can't be that bad, and I remember really hating that album. Let's
I can,
see.
and I know this guy didn't ask me what's the like, but too bad you're going to hear it anyway. It's a tie. The Cure, what is it called?
Pornography.
That and Galactic Cowboys. Those are, those are the two that really
Uh-oh.
me off.
Hold on.
Technical difficulty with Ian. Will he leave?
Oh.
Ian did. Oh, he's put on some headphones. He's a homo. Hey, you hear me? Hear me, homo? You blatant homosexual? Look at him dancing around like a homo. Do you love the cock? Hello? All right, we're having some difficulty here because Ian can't hear us. And what the fuck was I talking about? Oh, yeah.
Now I can hear you. Sorry, my earbuds died.
I was calling you heterosexual.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey, okay, real quick. I gotta pee again. Another great Rucker Hauer movie, Surviving the Game with Ice-T. I love that movie.
Fucking movie owns. It's kind of first bloodish.
Yeah, it's hard to find, but it just got released this month. Scream Factory put it out on Blu-ray. I wish it would have been a 4K, but it just got put out on Blu-ray, so check that out.
Yeah,
Uh,
I have it on DVD.
yeah, I do too. Hannah Montana, we'll talk about this, and I'm gonna go pee. He says, I think Maximum Overdrive is my favorite movie of all time. I loved anything that had to do with cars and semi trucks as a kid. I absolutely love Maximum Overdrive. Who Made Who was my first ACDC album. I love it. Ralph, you talk about that. I'm gonna go pee.
I love that movie, and I saw it in the theater when it came out. We made you. We made you. I thought that movie was awesome. It was a flop, and I remember I could be wrong, but I think that's what killed Stephen King of ever directing again. But then again, I could be wrong. Did Stephen King ever do a movie after that? I'm pretty sure Stephen King had something to do with those TV movies of, I think, Salem Lot, The Shining, maybe. But I remember that movie was a flop, Maximum Overdrive. I went to the theater to see it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. That I bought it on DVD, and it brings another movie. I think it's a really bad Arnold Schwarzenegger movie called Raw Deal. I got a DVD that's like a double feature, and I bought it for Maximum Overdrive because I love that movie so much. And I watched the Raw Deal movie, and I was like, ooh. And I love Arnold, man.
Okay.
Arnold pretty much made nothing but awesome. Yeah, some bad movies, but until Last Action Hero, I love Commando. It's so stupid, it's great. Of course, Terminator's the best. Conan's amazing. Part one. And yeah, all right, Ian, I'm done talking.
All right. Maximum Overdrive, man. Saw that shit at the fucking drive-in with my grandpa. Love that shit. I don't get the hate for it, man. I know Stephen King hates it. I love it, and besides the fact that I love the movie, it was my introduction to AC/DC. I mean, I'd heard a couple songs on the radio, and I dug them, but that's right when I was getting into hard rock and heavy metal, and man, I went from there back, and ooh, fuck. Great shit, man. And it sucks. They just put out this awesome steelbook that you could only get through Walmart, but it's still Blu-ray. And I just like, I'm a fucking snob when it comes to that shit. So I'm waiting for the 4K. Love that
I
shit.
have I have the DVD with a horrible Arnold Schwarzenegger movie called Raw Deal.
Oh yeah, Raw Deal sucks. I saw that at the drive-in too, and that was like, oh man, Schwarzenegger was on such a fucking, like a good wave, and then it was like I think it was like a 1-2 punch of Raw Deal and fucking what was that horrible Red Sonja. It's like, oh fuck. Oh yeah. Disobedient Dale. Trick or Treat is an underrated film. I love Trick or Treat. 4K is coming. Saw that in the theater, and I'll never forget.
Love it. I love it, but Skippy really.
I know, but I don't. I love everything. It was the perfect movie at the perfect time. The year I got into metal.
I just didn't like Skippy.
And I just have a fond memory. Immediately after we left the Metaview Theater in Kankakee, Illinois, my dad took me to the store called Hornsby's, and I bought the soundtrack and just fell in love. And Fastway, I mean, it was just phenomenal. Fucking love it. Let's see. And he said Child's Play is a must watch. I love the original Child's Play. Great one. And a funny side note, my wife's inside watching this, but my wife and I went and saw Child's Play 2 and 3 together at the same theater when we were still dating. We were much younger. Bronx Tale is a great movie. Chad Rivera says that. Underrated movie. I've never seen Bronx Tale. I've heard good things though.
Yeah, it's a good song, good movie. You know what I watched the other day? Pretty good is The King of New York.
Oh, I love King of New York with Walken. Yeah.
Yeah, Christopher. Good movie.
Yeah. Lawrence Fishburne's in it. Abel Ferreira directed that, who did Bad Lieutenant.
Okay.
Abel Ferreira, he's done a lot of deeply disturbing movies. My wife can't stand Bad Lieutenant. That whole scene, with the suck my dick shit.
But the jerking off outside of the car, that part?
Yeah. She's like, nah, I ain't watching that shit.
That movie's awesome.
Let's see, Dirt Mitts. The Howling is probably the scariest werewolf movie, not the best, but probably the scariest. While I love The Howling, I saw it when it came out in the theaters. I love it. It's all about American Werewolf to me. American Werewolf in London. And I'd even take Silver Bullet over The Howling. But I do dig The Howling.
The best werewolf movie is Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein.
Love it.
My favorite Abbott and Costello movie.
Karen Colston, favorite movie of the 60s. Oh, that's a tough one.
Hard Day's Night. Easy for me. I love all kind of Hard Day's Night.
God, you got The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
That was a good one.
Goldfinger. God, I know there's tons I'm forgetting, but I love old movies. 60s Psycho. I mean, goddamn, The Birds.
Wasn't that the 50s Psycho? No.
No, I believe that was 60.
Oh, The Birds is awesome too. Yeah.
Yeah, lots of good shit. Favorite comedy of the 90s.
I don't know, man. The 90s were kind of shit.
I don't know. Dumb and Dumber, was that 90s?
I don't know.
I love Dumb and Dumber. Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look at a list. Goof Jackson says I love Raw Deal. Sorry. Disobedient Dale says Cinema Presidio Paradiso or something is a great film. I think I've heard of it, never seen it. Mark Daly says That is true. Maximum Overdrive. Stephen King never directed another movie after that. Yep.
Yeah, when you were in the bathroom, I was saying that I know I have a feeling Stephen King never directed a movie after that
Yeah.
because
No.
Maximum Drive was a bomb. But I didn't know Stephen King didn't like it.
Yeah. Well, he was coked out of his mind when he did that. He went from being a bad alcoholic to a bad cokehead. Uh, like The Shining was basically all about him being an alcoholic, and then he gave up the booze, but then he went into the coke, and Maximum Overdrive was like the height of his coke addiction, which just proves my theory that everything good comes from coke. Um, Kyron Colston says favorite Disney movie. That would be probably The Black Hole. Love The Black Hole when it came out. Uh,
Gus,
Gus, yeah, the talking mule. Gus
the
the talking
donkey
mule.
that would kick field goals.
Yep, yep. Otherwise known as Mark Alvin Taylor. Yeah, probably The Black Hole or Something Wicked This Way Comes. I love that one.
I liked
Uh,
the Love Bug. I liked a
yeah,
lot of Disney movies when I was a kid, like during that era.
I liked her.
The Apple
I,
Dumpling Gang,
I like the Avalanche Express. Remember that one?
Escape from Witch Mountain.
Yeah. Oh, God. I had the biggest crush on Kim Richards or whatever, whoever the fuck the little girl was in that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, Disobedient Dale. Kiss have kicked the fans in the nuts, not mentioning other members of Kiss. Uh, uh,
I was pissed off they didn't mention Alan Schwartzberg.
yeah.
And
Yeah, I thought that was pretty shitty. That apparently there was no mention of any of the former members during the final shows. I thought, and most importantly, Eric Carr, I think deserved
who
some
was
kind of
Eric Carr was a New Yorker.
yeah,
And
yeah.
you know what somebody told me that whole did you see the footage of the Empire State Building being lit by
I saw a clip. I didn't even fucking watch it because I could
well,
give two fucks.
it turned out it wasn't that didn't happen. It was one of those superimposed on TV for the
Oh, really?
TV to look like it. But if you looked at the Empire State Building during that time, they didn't. There was nothing happening. There was no Kiss members on it, which makes sense because if you look at the footage, it's like the whole building is lit up with all four Kiss members. Where
Right.
after I heard it was fake, I was like, yeah. Now I think about it, how is that possible to do?
Well, and what I thought was even more disgraceful is like the pictures that I saw. It showed Ace and Peter, not Tommy and Eric. So you're going to show them, but you're not going to make any mention or any of that
No,
bullshit.
they showed
Oh,
Tommy.
was it Tommy and Eric?
No, it was both.
Oh, okay.
They
Well,
flashed the original, then they flashed the Scab Kiss, but
well, fuck. I,
they didn't flash no '80s Kiss.
I wish Al Qaeda would have hit the building when they did that shit. Let's see. Hannah Montana. Do you like Predator? One of my favorite Schwarzenegger movies. Love Predator.
Yeah, I liked it. I didn't love it, but I liked it.
Oh, I love it, and I love Predator too.
Yeah,
Um,
Danny
I
Glover.
like. Yeah, yeah. I liked
Gordon
Predator.
Downey Jr. was in that movie.
Yep, yep. I like Predators. I thought that was good, but the last one that they did, the Predator, that shit was terrible. That shit was terrible. Let's see. Alex Nance. What's your guys' opinion on Van Halen Gene Simmons demo? I think Gene's production is kind of cool here in Eddie's guitar dub. Uh, Eddie overdub guitar track sounds amazing. I don't think one bit of that was produced by Gene Simmons. I think he might have put up the money and was in the room. But as far as the music, I fucking love it. I love it. Like the original version of Big Trouble and all that shit. It sounds great, but I think Gene had nothing to do with that other than setting up to get done. Because have you ever heard anything Gene Simmons produced? Sounds like fucking shit. So I don't think Gene had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, I love it. I have it on vinyl now. Not on
Yeah,
eBay, on green vinyl, but I like what Ted Templeman did more
yeah,
those songs, except I'll say House of Pain. The best version of House of Pain is
yeah.
on the Gene Simmons demo. It's better than
Oh yeah, love it,
the 1984 version, I think.
love it, love it. Disobedient Dale says Dog Soldiers is a wonderful werewolf movie. I need to check that out, man. I've seen some shit on it recently. I know Scream Factory just put that out on 4K. I need to check it out. It looks pretty cool, man. Look, I love werewolf movies. I'm a huge werewolf guy. Dirtmit says Psycho 2 was not bad. No, it wasn't bad. It was
I
fucking
liked it.
excellent.
That was
I
a
love Psycho 2.
that was
Uh, yeah, written by Tom Holland, who would go on to do the first Child's Play, Fright Night. Yeah, Psycho 2 kicks ass. Psycho 3, not so much. Kyron Colston, I love American Werewolf in London. Yeah, it's a great one. Goof Jackson says Dumb and Dumber is 90s, one of the best comedies. Yeah, I agree. That's a good one. Oh, here's an interesting comment. Dirtmits. If you could get the original lineup of the Ramones to cover any Cheap Trick song, what would it be?
well, I gotta tell you, I love Joey Ramone's version of "I'll Be With You Tonight." It's got he's a whore. I like to see him
He,
do.
he's a whore would be good. I could almost see a Vita Zane. Uh,
It wouldn't be as metallic though.
yeah, yeah. He's a whore. Probably a better choice. Ralph wins. He's a whore. Let's see. Karen Colston. What Black Sabbath song would you guys want to hear Motorhead cover? Mm, Supernaut.
Yeah, that's a good one. Super knob. I'll go with that one too.
All right. Disobedient Dale. Robert Shaw flew to England to attend wife's funeral while filming Jaws. Mary Orr took an overdose. She was a nice blonde chick in Where Eagles Dare. That was his wife. I funny you just did that. I or mentioned Where Eagles Dare. I just downloaded that as a movie to watch on my way to work. I take a bus into work and I watch movies like on the bus I take to work, and then I have an hour lunch, so I watch. Then I'll finish. I'll keep watching the movie, and then I'll watch the end on the way home. And Where Eagles Dare is one I picked. Robert Shaw, awesome guy.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Oh, here's an interesting take that I got something to say on. Vincent Lago says Black Christmas is an underrated 70s horror movie. I think Black Christmas sucks. I have tried to watch that movie over and over again. I know it's very beloved. Like, oh, this is the inspiration for all this and blah, blah, blah. And people love it. I think Black Christmas sucks. Directed by Bob Clark, who did Porky's and Christmas Story and Rhinestone. I'm not a fan, but I know I'm in the minority. Most people think it's a fucking masterpiece. I don't get it. What do
Did
you?
you ever see?
Have you ever-
No, I've never seen that movie. Did you ever see Swashbuckler?
Swashbuckler, the pirate movie?
Yeah,
No, I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
with Robert Shaw as the Swashbuckler.
Yeah, no, I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
You know,
Any good?
yeah, it's good. The one that played the bad guy was what's his name? Young Frankenstein. Guy that played Young Frankenstein.
Marty Freeman or Marty Feldman?
No, the guy that played Young Frankenstein.
Oh, Peter Boyle.
Yeah, he was the bad guy in the movie.
Okay,
And
love
then
Peter Boyle.
there's little clips of like Robert Shaw sitting and acting like Captain Quint, saying exact shit Captain Quint said in Jaws. He repeats it in this movie.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Did you ever see the movie Joe with Peter Boyle?
No.
Oh, you got to see that. It's like pre Archie Bunker. Uh, but I mean, it's like a serious film. But oh my god, you got to try to find Joe. I don't know if it's released on video and stuff. Amazing movie.
You ever seen
Uh,
you ever seen Black Sunday?
yeah, I love Black Sunday.
Yeah, I was here. I was living in Miami at the time when they were filming it. Uh,
Yeah, with the blimp over the Super Bowl and shit.
blimp crashes into the Super Bowl. I wasn't
Right. Right.
when he filmed that scene, but you know, back then there was no CGI. They actually had a blimp crash into the Orange Bowl.
Nice.
Robert Shaw's in that movie too.
Yep. Yep. Chad Rivera. What's your thoughts on the Leprechaun movie franchise? One of my guilty pleasures.
Oh, I love
I would I would say that as well. They're terrible, and I love them. I own them
yeah.
all. I haven't seen, um, even though I have them, I haven't seen the two that they did without. Um, whatchamacallit, you know, the dude from fucking Return of the Jedi and Willow. Um, they did one called Leprechaun Origins, and there was Leprechaun Reborn with a different guy playing the Leprechaun. But the ones before that, I love them. I mean, and a lot of them are fucking horrible. But yeah, you're absolutely right. That's guilty pleasure. Turn off your brain, eat some popcorn, drink some beers, you know, take some fucking fentanyl and enjoy. Dirtman says, remember TV movie Bad Ronald? Kind of crazy movie. I don't remember that.
No. And by the way, no more questions. It's getting late.
Okay.
We'll keep going until we're out of questions.
All right. All right. Last question. It just popped up. Hannah Montana. What's your thoughts on the Final Destination movies? Personally, I only enjoyed the first one. I love them all. I think they're fun movies.
I didn't see any of them.
Okay. All right. So no more questions. Let me look and see real quick if there's anything in the news yet. Anything important we haven't talked about. It's been a minute. Apparently Sammy Hagar is still alive. That sucks.
Yeah.
Um, oh man, here's something. Holy shit! Can you believe you want to talk about setting yourself up for failure? And I think you made a post saying the same thing. Limp Bizkit is going to let Corey Feldman open up for him on their 2024 tour. I think that's a big mistake.
Yeah, Corey Feldman's going to blow him away.
You're damn right.
Come back.
And here's something we haven't talked about. It's looking more and more plausible that Rush is going to do something. What's your feelings on that?
Well, Alex has a lot of health issues, and Alex has another operation coming up. So if there is going to be any kind of Rush reunion, it ain't going to be anytime soon. But they're long in the tooth, and the longer they wait, the worse it is for it to happen. But Getty and Alex are they both want to go out there and do. You see, you got to remember, it was Neil that wanted to stop, not the other two. So Geddy Lee said he was very resentful toward Neil for doing it. But then after Neil died, Geddy Lee felt horrible that he felt resentful. That and he didn't want to play music, nothing. And then he said enough time gone by that he's hinting, and I mean, what's the point of getting together with Alex and making new music and not call it Rush? I know a lot of people won't like that, but hey, Rush existed before Neil Peart.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all for him, like, doing something together. Do you feel like it should be under the Rush banner or something else?
Well, I think it should be under the Rush banner to sell tickets.
Right, but as a fan perspective, do you think they should call it something else, or
A
is
fan,
it?
a diehard fan probably would. I mean, I guess you can call me a diehard fan, but I'm not one of these fans that like to hold your fire and roll the bones and shit, the power windows. I mean, those are to me hardcore fans. To me, I kind of gave up on Rush during those years, came back toward the end, but I am a fanatical person of the Signal. Well, Grace Under Pressure too, I loved. So Grace Under
Yeah.
Pressure down, I love all those albums. But I would also like to see them go out as Rush. Fuck it. And please play something you never played before, like The Necromancer, and play Chemistry from Signals. I would love that, you know? That'd be awesome.
All righty.
I don't think it's going to happen.
All righty. Well, this was a surprise show we did for you guys. Again, pretty soon. I guess I should stop saying pretty soon. But it looks like I'm going to have a break between Christmas and New Year's when Chris Sinzak is going to be able to help me out and set up this Patreon where this kind of thing is going to be, a Patreon thing where, you guys are still going to get regular episodes of Rock and Metal Combat Podcast. But this is the kind of shit we're going to do for people who fork over a couple shillings.
I've had people write me saying that, hey, what's up? I want to go on the Patreon.
Yeah. Yeah, it just we've had issues. It's been weird, like linking this shit because this is Ralph's YouTube page, but the podcast is under my name and getting the links and all. I don't know.
Well,
I'm not good at this.
I gave you the password to this.
I know, and I can't figure this shit out, and it's frustrating, and I get pissy and stuff. But Sinzak is supposed to, Sinzak is smarter than both of us put together.
And he's foolish.
Yeah, I know that's fucked up. But so eventually we are going to have a Patreon thing set up where this is going to be something special for you guys. But we were supposed to do one of the fan episodes we have left, and that fell through. And Rouse, I said, hey, let's just do a fucking freeform episode. He goes, oh, freeform sucks. Let's do a live episode.
Yeah.
And I was all for it. So we're very happy to do this show for you guys tonight. It's a lot of fun. We love talking to you guys, taking these questions, and trust me, as soon as everything's set in stone, and we'll get the Patreon shit figured out. But most likely, it's not going to be till next year. But I just want to thank Ralph. I had a good time talking to you tonight. A lot of fun.
Yes.
And hope you guys enjoyed it. And a lot of people here tonight, and I know a lot of people are going to watch it tomorrow and the next day and the day after that. Make sure all you motherfuckers are subscribed to this shit, though,
Please.
and hit that like button. Those I know every video you watch, people say this shit. It's for a reason, because the more people hit the like button and the subscribe button, the more like every time you go on YouTube, that shit will show up, man.
Oh, and comment. Comments are important too.
Yeah.
To say it on my channel. Comment, like, subscribe for the YouTube
Anal rhythms. Yeah. So even though like you were in the chat, like just put a comment like, "Ooh, this was fun," or
or write Mark Balding failure.
Yeah, anything like that. Just any kind of comment, even like sucked. I loved it. Whatever.
Or you know what you do is like when you comment, just don't even look at what you're writing. Just like on your keyboard, and then put that up. It'll be just
yeah. Do that. I'll hit a like if you do that.
Do it many times. I'll like them all.
All right. Well, thank you everybody who showed up tonight, and thank you to everybody who's going to watch this later. It was a good time, and I want to say to everybody, I don't believe in prayers or any kind of voodoo shit like that, but I just want everybody to keep Ralph's dad in their thoughts. He's in the hospital right now.
Thank you so much.
And And I'm surprised Rouse even was going to do this tonight. I even asked him, like, "Do you want to cancel?" I've met Rouse's dad. That dude is amazing and an incredible American, and just he's a great guy. So
My
keep him
hero.
in your keep him in your thoughts this holiday season. Maybe one of these days we'll get your dad on the show.
Yeah, that'd be great.
It would be awesome. All right, man. Thank you, everybody, so much for tuning in tonight, and we will see you soon.
Smack 'em a gob.
Bye bye.